Where we left off.
Oh, yeah.
You guys traveled from Yesterhill up to the winery to return the gem. Encountered a ghost horse on the road.
Took care of that.
Shortly followed by his master. Returned to the winery. Returned the gem. Had a very interesting conversation with Davian about his son at Sten's behest. Managed to dispel the strange magical energy that was roiling around in their basement. And slept overnight at the winery. And that's where we left off. So everyone's had a long rest. It is just starting to be morning. It's quiet in the winery. What is it that you guys would like to do?
First off, Malice is already outside at the crack of dawn, singing her hymnals. So yeah.
To be expected.
I think isn't that how we ended the last session too? Didn't you say that you were doing that? Oh no,
that's how we started the last session.
That was the morning before. Yeah, that was the morning before. It's like this is familiar. They said we're all awake.
Everyone's waking up. Everyone's waking up. Oh, echo. Everyone's waking up, but
What's happening?
Malice is already outside, praising the sun, as it were.
Praise the sun. What did we say that we wanted to do that morning? The next morning?
Very good question.
So where you guys had left off, you were planning to... There was a group consensus that one of the next things you guys wanted to do was deal with Alistair's soul. But in order to do that, you have to head north and east back along the road. Welcome! And, sorry.
We can make a pit stop along the way to do an errand as requested in a letter by the young Martikov.
Urwin Martikov asked you to check up on a friend of his north of the fork in the road between Kresk and Velaki. You guys wanted to drop the horses back off at the Vistani camp. And then Sten wanted to try, or actually, I guess you haven't discussed, but you personally discussed potentially stopping in Velaki and sneaking in to give the feather with, I think, Alistair.
Talk with Alistair. Yep.
All on the way to the back to the windmill, where you last dealt with Morgantha and her two small children. There's also been a interest in Kresk, but Kresk is west of the fork and in the opposite direction of those goals.
Kresk.
It's a miracle.
I've never heard that before.
Sir, I didn't remember how I've spoken. Here we are, found it. Where are we going?
Is that to the general group, or?
Oh yes, of course. Like a little bit out of here at the very least, but
well, we need to go do that wellness check, yeah?
Oh.
It is on the way.
It's considering wellness checks are at least slightly timely. It's probably the soonest and it's probably the soonest we'll be passing by, and I also imagine it'll be a while before we get back. If we're heading all the way east.
And if I remember, we only have, I think, 2 more days until we have to return the horses. Is that right? Or is it just 1 day?
We have we've had the horses for 4 nights. We originally paid for 4 days, and we sent the wine in hopes of getting another 2 to 3. So we might be okay, at least on our current timeline, as long as we stay steady. Also, Adunbi, I'm going to just remind you, you are sleeping out under a tree.
Yeah. I remember my tree. I remember.
Where is Adunbi? Why isn't Anna
what?
awake? How uncharacteristic of him to not wake up so early.
Mim gets off her little hammock from under the stairs and comes into the room.
You have a bit of ink. Sorry.
It's okay. You're good.
Well, shall we gather everybody and be on our way?
Wait, I think Mim wanted to do.
Nope.
Listen.
You're good.
Oh, morning,
You're gonna
Mim.
say something about ink? Good morning.
We're going to hit the trail pretty early today. Got a wellness check for Urwin's friend.
All sounds good. Mim's gonna poke Andar in the face a couple times.
But he's not waking up.
Little tiny fairy, what are you doing?
Oh,
Get off
did
of
you
me.
catch a cold last night? You sound different.
My voice hasn't. It's different in the morning. Isn't that normal?
Usually
Weirdly
people-
higher.
Yeah. People usually go lower.
All right, well. Does anyone know where Adunbi is?
Is it wrong of me to assume he would be by a tree? Is that? Are we allowed to say that?
I think that sounds about right. I think it's fine. Cool if I could move. There we go. No. Adunbi!
You guys are just like
Wake
coming
up,
out.
early sleepyhead!
You guys are just like coming outside.
Yep.
I mean, you'll just see me by a tree. I just have like a. Adumi's probably at this point. Adumi's probably like sitting by a tree, like kneeling, with like a dead like rabbit in his hand, like just like its guts carved out.
Oh,
Jesus.
well, good morning to you too, Adunbi.
Wow.
Is that?
Guess breakfast?
No. Please, sir.
Who said no?
The rabbit?
This is awkward.
This is.
Let's go back inside.
Inside. Are we ready to just be off on our adventure?
I'm quite ready.
Are you performing anthropomancy?
Excuse me.
Divination
Anthro-
by entrails?
I've never heard of that.
Oh.
But
Oh, Father says pagans love doing that kind of thing. Was it just for food then?
no, this is this is it's just the circle of life. At least for me, magic has to come from somewhere. Yes.
From the guts of rabbits?
I mean, yes. Where else did you expect it to come from?
The earth?
This is part of the earth.
I see. I think I've learned a lot. Thank you.
Strong start.
That's a weird start to our day.
I'm sorry that you had to see that stint.
You're right. I should have been more careful. Trusting my friends to not cut open a rabbit.
Oh. I teleported Endo to the cellar, but that's fine.
If it makes you feel any better, I would never do that to you.
I don't know that it makes me feel better, but I appreciate the sentiment.
Dad, what do you eat besides carrots?
Look, everybody eats carrots, all right? It's not the only thing I eat.
Okay.
Right? Stew with carrots or something, and I don't know, maybe a cup of juiced carrot or something. Just something normal.
What do you like? Cake? Carrot cake?
No, dreadful stuff. Chocolate for me.
Stew with carrots and carrot ale.
Irina
I've had
starts
good carrot
heading
beer before.
up around the building towards the north side where you guys left your horses. As does it
What's
appears
the job?
Alistair.
Yep.
I'm
What is
pretty
it?
sure I told the old man last night that we'd be gone in the morning, so I don't think we have to stick around to say goodbye.
It's
Avian.
probably a good idea.
Well,
Did we
Sounds
leave our
good.
horses in here?
You guys left them tied up
have-
towards the north side of the property, basically.
Got you. Okay.
As a quick glance around the room, I'm gonna dash inside where we slept and look around and see if there's anything else shiny and interesting that I could just take for a souvenir.
There's a lot of glass.
Cool, take some glass. Anyway.
Okay, you just take some empty glass wine bottles.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant pieces.
No, it's
That's
like a
fine.
wine blower. It's a glass blower's workshop, so.
Yeah.
Right?
Glass.
Go.
Go, 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 go. We ride off into the sunset.
All right, so you guys all head to the northern end of the property. The morning, as it's got the fog is rolling over the empty fields, and everything has that kind of moist dew feel. As always, the clouds are very overcast, and you've got this kind of dim, diffused light settling over the landscape. But you guys head back, pick up your horses, saddle them all up, and feed them a little bit, brush them down, mount up. Andar's got Doctor Who mounted on his shoulder and climbs onto his horse, and Irina climbs onto hers, and Mim and Malice both hop on their donkey.
the best donkey. Donkey.
No, his name's Jack.
Yeah.
So,
that's a wonderful name.
What's that? Donkey.
Yeah.
Irina kind of turns to the room and says, "So, what's the plan? Where are we headed?"
Who had the letter? I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
Letter holder?
I'm almost positive it was Andar.
I'm fairly positive it might have been as well.
All right.
I
Well, the letter that Andar got mentioned that we could have an errand on our way to take care of Alistair's business.
yes, it says here, north of the fork between Kresk and Vallaki. There's a manor there, and we're supposed to go check up on Urwin's friend. Make sure he's okay. He hasn't been riding or something.
Much. Wow. To the north.
Was that everything, Andar?
Yes. I mean, there's not a lot of detail, if that's what you're asking.
Malice will lean down to Mim and say, "Don't you think he would look really interesting with the mustache? Maybe we should give him one later."
Dun,
Will you-
dun, dun.
How do you give somebody a mustache?
Ink with ink.
That's.
You cut out.
I said, that's a good idea. Did you hear me that time?
Yes.
So I really want to take care of Alistair's situation, but if it's on the way,
All right.
will it be too much of a delay? I don't know.
Then why don't we can worry about that later. We should head off.
All right. Well, and Irina kind of starts leading the group forward and starts heading towards the fork. It only takes about half an hour before you guys find that that curve in the road and start heading north through the forest.
I thought you were gonna say it only takes about half an hour before you guys run into trouble. I'm like, yep.
So
roll initiative.
this
get
is
twisted.
this road is again not the main road. It's kind of a worn, traveled wagon road. More foot traffic and wagons than anything else. You can tell it's pretty much solely leading to and from the winery. So it's well worn over the years, but it's not as paved or as smooth as the main road that kind of winds through all of Barovia. And judging by your previous trips, it's going to take you a couple hours to get back to the fork. And Vallaki from here is almost a full day and a half's journey. But as you guys are traveling and the fog starts to kind of thin out as the morning begins to proceed through its normal cycle, I need everybody to roll me a perception check real quick.
You weren't kidding there.
Nope.
Are you kidding me?
Woof.
That's
Nope,
my first roll.
we weren't kidding.
Oh no!
It's because of.
Oh my god!
We have to reroll.
And
this
Sten
bad
rolled a
juju.
16. This has never happened
I
ever.
had disadvantage and rolled a 10.
Oh my god!
God.
This is
We rolled three natural
incredible.
ones.
This
We
is
rolled three- Do we really roll
incredible.
3 natural ones?
Wow.
Hold on,
Hey,
I'm
what did
gonna.
Andar roll?
Yeah, I'm gonna see what Andar rolled.
are the odds?
Perception.
And
Okay.
our,
And Irina.
Strong start, guys. Holy shit.
I have expertise in perception, so that's a +7.
Yeah.
That's just.
Okay.
Man, it's an
Hey,
ace to lose.
Irina, saving
Irina.
grace.
So Irina and Sten, you see, as you guys are kind of riding, you see Irina kind of stop suddenly, and Sten, you hear a rustling off to the left.
I'll tap Alistair to stop.
Alistair stops the horse.
Stop the horse, stop the
You
horse.
hear this commotion, and Irina kind of puts her hand up to warn the rest of the group. But Sten, you specifically hear this kind of commotion going off to the left, and it's what sounds like a human voice, and this kind of squawking, and the sounds of rustling and cracking branches and a commotion. It's probably, you're estimating, 50 to 100 feet off into the woods on your left.
That
You hear
seems,
that?
it seems close, yeah.
Everyone else in the group sees that they're all stopped up.
Yeah,
There.
Irina put her hand up to get
okay, so
everybody to
everyone-
stop their horses.
Does it sound like it's crying for help? The voice? Sound strained at all?
The voice is speaking a language you don't understand. But it sounds angry. It sounds aggressive. As the kind of squawking sounds more frightened, more. It's sometimes painful.
Do they sound all right?
Irina kind of turns and shakes her head and slowly gets off her horse and kind of gestures to Mim and kind of waves you over, and she kind of crouches down and starts moving towards the forest line.
I also. Oh.
Whoa!
What the fuck?
That's the first time I got a 20 since I rolled it.
I wish I had that on camera. I'd switch to the roleplay screen.
Oh,
amazing.
dang.
But I'm sure there'll be another one. But so Irina
very
kind of
high.
crouches down and heads slowly into the brush.
I'm gonna
and-
like dash tree to tree, kinda, or like it bush to bush, you know.
Right, and this is something you're very familiar with, having lived in a treehouse. You immediately start blending into branches, just jump up and flitting from branch to branch at like hummingbird level speed. And you and Irina kind of creep forward, and Irina's kind of keeping an eye on you above so that she doesn't overpace you. And as you guys kind of head a little further into the brush, you see up ahead what appears to be one of the druids, similar to what you saw at Yesterhill. And there are two little blights that they have with them that are holding down what appears to be a giant, at first glance, a giant raven. But then on closer glance, you see that the raven doesn't have wings. It has arms and legs and is kind of this humanoid figure with the head of a raven and talon-ish hands. And the blights are holding down this figure who's squawking and writhing. And the druid is taking a quarterstaff that's glowing with this, like, virulent dark green energy and is speaking this tongue at the raven and then swinging it and whacking it straight in the chest. And you hear this crack as the quarterstaff makes contact.
God damn it, Nick!
Sorry. Look at them.
What?
Sorry, it's all good.
Oh my god.
What did I miss?
It's in the chat. It's in our
Oh.
D&D chat.
I'm putting that on stream. I
It's an
can't.
old subreddit that I used to follow.
Oh my god.
Oh,
How do I share this? Here, I'll just.
Oh my god.
Is there a link to that? Can you put it in chat so other people can see and enjoy that? Because that's hilarious.
I just saved the picture.
Okay, well there you go. Well,
Can
anyway,
you? Oh wait.
we'll put it in. Put it
shit.
in. Put it in the D&D. Put it in the Discord channel. That way people
Sure,
can see it in the Discord.
sure.
Anyway,
Holy shit.
There's really never a day without something in Barovia, right?
so Mim
Everything's a
and
peaceful journey.
Irina, you guys are observing. Irina kind of looks up to you, Mim. What do you do?
Just to clarify, it's a druid, 2 blights,
Mm-hmm.
and a raven monster thing.
Yes.
And the raven monster thing is the one being held down,
Yes.
and they're hurting it.
Mm-hmm.
Mim is mad. And we know that the druid looks like all the other druids that were evil, right? That we were like against.
It looks like it looks similar to the druids that you just fought.
And we're just gonna start profiling druids left and right.
Says the guy who woke up woke up his party with an entrail of rabbits.
I mean,
Here's a sign on the back that says, "I'm with those other druids."
I look down at Irina, kind of like wide-eyed, like grabbing my sword.
Okay. She reaches down and grabs her rapier.
Okay. So there's a druid and blights. Are blights the needle blight things? They're like the tree things.
Yes.
Okay.
Although these ones appear to be the vine specific, the ones that are made up of the twisting vine, and they seem to have kind of tangled around the raven's arms into the ground, rooted.
Mim is learning. She's not gonna just. Okay. Can I go in? I want to dash, and then I want to try and grab the druid and put my sword in front of their throat and like kind of back them up a little. I don't know how
Okay.
big they are. Yeah.
taking a hostage.
Yeah. Mim's learning. She was gonna stab, but
Hostage time.
Delayed stab.
All right.
Hey, do you think we should follow?
No,
Yeah, probably.
They're perfectly capable.
Oh, okay.
They don't need our help. I'm
So
sure they'll have one. They'll come back for us, right?
Is that still a sneak attack?
yes, here's what I'm gonna do. Let me pull up.
Ah.
Roll me.
Oh god.
You're basically attempting to grapple. Yes, you're trying to grapple the creature by getting up and getting behind it, holding a knife to its throat, or are you just threatening it?
Both? A sneak grapple.
Okay.
It's like a,
So
it's like
I'm gonna say with it you have advantage because you're
Okay.
coming out surprised. You can easily make it to the druid with your speed. So roll me a strength check at advantage
Okay.
as you attempt to grapple and get the knife around to this druid's throat.
Ooh.
Okay.
That's not great.
You dash up and you throw the knife around
Should have
this
just
druid's
stabbed it.
neck. Mm-hmm. The druid tenses.
Mm-hmm.
Feeling how small your arm is, we're gonna
Oh,
see
God.
if they're able to break the grapple, or
I-
or if you technically successfully grapple.
Yeah. I also... Never mind.
What?
Well, I say, I imagine that because I'm so small, having to threaten a person, like, I'd kind of have to also be on their shoulder a little bit, like on their shoulder, like on their back, like piggybacking with a sword. But I don't know if that would make sense.
She just face huggers them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine.
If
Honestly,
they want
kind
to
of
get
feels.
me off, they're gonna have to... Sorry,
No.
Joseph.
Oh, I was just saying. Honestly, it might just be easier to do to just do it as like a scene, and then do the threatening as like a layaway surprise round. You know what I mean? Like, 'cause it functions the same way, right? Because you're holding a weapon to their throat, and whenever combat starts, you can, and so it's just like you're just talking while you have a
Yeah,
sword.
it's more like
Yes.
you're just you're more like just
I'm-
intimidating.
I'm not gonna necessarily start combat right away. I'm just seeing if she manages to successfully, basically,
Okay.
get in the
Yeah,
position to do
around
this.
that-
So
without
you rolled a 13. It's they're gonna roll an acrobatics to try and twist out.
Maybe... Yeah, that sucks.
So, roll the 16. So you dash up, you try and get the knife on the throat. As you twist as you land on its back, it tenses and rolls out from your arm, and you're now face to face with this druid.
Okay.
It's got this glowing quarterstaff. You've got the knife pointed directly in its face.
Mm-hmm.
You still have the surprise round, so what do you say?
Do I know what this bird creature thing is?
No, but now that you're here and you kind of glance over, it appears to be humanoid. It's the size of a grown person, but from the chest up, it appears to be this giant raven head, and then its hands are raven-like talons that are trying to scratch at the vines. And its legs also appear to be bird-like, kind of protruding out onto the ground with the kind of three prehensile claws of birds. But the body, it has two separate legs, and the body appears to be clothed.
I'm going to be holding my sword, and all I'm going to say with, like, some very evil, scary eyes, like, step away. But, like, eviler than that, I just can't do it.
Roll me an intimidation check.
Okay. Intimidation is not my strong suit either. 20? Nope. I'm
Okay,
not doing
13.
great. It was 13. No.
So
That's okay. I'm alone. There's no one with me at all. It's not like I'm just a distraction.
We'll just do a straight.
I'm really not doing well today.
Not intimidated.
My
shit.
120. Okay.
Oh.
All fixed.
We
So he's
lost.
not intimidated.
Who did we lose?
It was the bot.
Oh.
Not the
Not the
bot.
bot.
It went AFK because of timing.
So the druid just kind of squares up,
Mm-hmm.
and for a moment it looks like it's going to swing and hit, and then it turns tail and summons up a wall of vines that just comes up between the two of you, and you hear footsteps on the other side as it starts to run. The two vine blights slither off of the creature and into the forest, and the giant bird looks at you, squawks, shrinks into a raven, and flutters away.
What the fuck? Can I follow it? How fast is it? What's its
You could try. Roll me a perception check real quick to make sure, because a lot happened quickly. Make sure that you're tracking the raven.
Just like which thing do
Basically,
I-
you're looking at the druid. The druid threw up this wall of vines. Then all of a sudden, the vine creatures are slithering into the forest, and you kind of have this moment where both you and the raven make eye contact, and it squawks and shrinks down to raven size and begins flapping into the forest.
You said perception?
Yes.
Ah, well.
All right, you kind of can see the direction that it went.
Mm-hmm.
It quickly got into the forest, so you could try and pursue it. You don't know if you're guaranteed going to be able to catch it or not.
I'm gonna try and dash, and I'm gonna say, wait, where are you going?
All right.
Just to see, like, for a little bit, to see if I can catch up.
Okay.
No, thank you. That's all I get. So I'm echoing in here.
All right. So you quickly dash into the woods, and you can kind of see the raven through the trees, and you're calling after it until it flies up into a tree, and a bunch of birds come out of the tree,
God.
and you lose track of which raven you are following.
Oh man.
And behind you hear as Irina starts cracking through the forest trying to follow after you.
Can I druidcraft wind to like try and like just like a gust? It's a breeze though, so it's not really much. So never mind. Don't do that.
Okay.
Well, I can't tell who it is. I'm gonna be like. Also, I'm echoing in your mic a lot now.
Really?
Well, at least in my ears. Is it echoing?
Is anyone else hearing it?
Nope. I'm not.
I hear a little bit.
Oh, weird. I will turn.
That-
That's odd.
Yeah.
Oh, Tima, you can hear it? Weird.
Weird.
Bum, bum, bum.
Okay. I'm just like at like a murder of crows, or no, they're ravens. A squawk of what are raven groups called?
A murder
That's a
of
good
ravens.
question.
No, it's a murder of crows.
A murder of crows. It's a conspiracy of ravens.
Yep.
I'm just hanging out at this conspiracy.
Or treachery.
Oh,
That's a fun one.
I like that one. I just gonna be like, what the heck? What? And then I'm gonna turn around and try and go fly down to Irina and be like, what just happened?
What the hell did we just observe?
I have no idea.
Well, we saved them, I guess. Whoever they were.
Yeah, this is a weird raven person. Have you ever seen anything like that before?
Never in my life.
How far back or how far away are we from the party now?
You're a good 5-minute walk. You ran into the forest.
Okay, and all the ravens are they flying away?
Yeah, you can see they're scattered and.
Damn. Okay. Well, I start heading back to the group, I guess.
Meanwhile, the adventuring party is just having a full conversation with Andar about his childhood.
An attempted conversation, and ours not.
Every secret he
we're
has.
getting-
We're-
Yeah, we're getting everything from Andar right now.
We need character
Andar,
commitment.
in fact, Andar is Andar during this whole thing seems kind of to be lost in his whole thoughts. And if anyone questions him, he says, "I'm contemplating the probability of us returning the correct number of horses to the Vistani camp in time.
I wouldn't worry about that. I have an extra horse.
I've calculated that in. Probability is still very low.
If you come back, maybe he's tied to the ground and we're interrogating him.
What's your backstory? Where are you from?
After a few minutes, Irina, a little bit drenched in sweat, comes trudging out of the forest, covered in like branches and a couple leaves and spines, is brushing herself off. And Mim, completely like untouched by the forest, comes buzzing out of the trees.
Yeah, I told you they'd be fine.
So something weird happened.
Okay.
I just like side glance at Irina for a second. So there was this weird raven person, and like then there was this druid, and then those vine things, and they were like hurting it. And so then I went out, and I totally did a really good job trying to, you know, grapple the druid and tell them to back away, but they just ran away. And then the raven thing turned into a raven, and then flew away. And
Wait, the druid ran away?
yeah, I probably should have went after them because now I'm a little bit worried.
We should track it down.
I was just more intrigued by the raven thing. But if you want, we could try and track him down, because,
Was the druid wearing the same thing from the druids on the mountain?
It appeared so. Granted, we didn't have a great deal of time to ascertain, but very similar garb.
I'm sorry, I probably should have went after the druid. I just also didn't want to go without the group.
To be fair, the druid was the aggressor, and the raven person creature thing seemed to be the victim, and out of the two, I can understand why you were checking on the victim, although we lost them quite quickly.
Have you guys ever seen like a raven person before? Like its head raven, claws, but it looked like a person?
Can we roll for that, DM?
Sure. Roll me history or arcana.
They're both the same. Oh, nat 20.
Okay. Which did you roll?
History.
Okay, so history. You know of bird races. There's kenkus. There's arakakras. There are bird people that exist in various realms that you may have encountered. And kenkus do fit the description of a raven person. And then I'm trying to determine, well, with the nat 20, you'd also know that...
Total of 21, if that matters. I only have a +1.
Yes, you also know that animal-person hybrids tend to fall into either the natural realm or those afflicted by lycanthropy as a disease. But based off of the description and what little detail you have, it could be any of those things.
I relay this knowledge, and it could have been a kenku, but the only were-ravens we really know of are the Martikov family, and that's a maybe.
Oh, they like ravens, right? Or they worship them, or something weird like that. And there's always ravens around them. It's probably something we could just ask Urwin about, right?
That definitely seems the friendliest, at least to us.
Seems to be lots of weird things that go on in Barovia.
Welcome to Barovia. Everybody's a bird.
Well, after you.
Thank you. So should we continue going north, or? I mean, if you've long lost a trail,
yeah. I think we should just be careful and watch our back. Just in case. But they only saw me.
True, she's fast. I wasn't able to extract myself at her speed.
Well, let's push on and keep our eyes out. If we run into their trail or see them again, we'll follow suit.
Did they run the same way we're traveling?
From where I observed, no. The raven flew north-ish. That's at least at first, whereas the druid seemed to flee more west. Deeper into the woods.
What is this part? Is this Kresk?
That would be
Where-
Kresk, yes.
And then this is where we came from. The line. Okay. And we're going like here. Or that's the tower. We're going
Yep.
even more north. Oh, okay.
No, you're going like here or here, depending. You're not quite sure.
What we find. Okay. Sorry. Interesting.
Kresk.
All right, so you guys all mount up, continue on your way. At this point, it's starting. After a few hours travel, it's starting to be about midday. When you come back to the main road,
Okay.
and as you kind of reach the main road, Irina looks at the bridge and looks towards the fork. If we're going north of the fork in the road, I think I might know where we're going. And she starts kind of heading off towards the fork. And as she's riding, there's an old family that used to live in this area, known as the Burghmors. And the Burghmors were a prominent family in Barovian politics up until about 30 years ago, because the previous Lord Burghmor squandered most of his money and lost most of the common folk that lived off his land and his region, all moved away to more populated areas, whether it be Vallaki or Kresk, and the Burghmors lost much of their stature and wealth through his, for lack of a better term, inept leadership. Last I had heard, they only had one daughter. They had no male heir, which also didn't serve to create a great deal of confidence in the community that was under his leadership. And there was a fairly public ceremony where the daughter, the heir to the Burghmor estate, married an up-and-coming wizard of sorts. I think they hoped that the wizard might bring more wealth and acclaim to the family, but to be honest, I haven't heard of much since, and that was a good decade ago. Now that I think about it, I haven't heard much about the Burghmors at all since then. I want to say that shortly after the wedding, Lord Burghmor died, and his wife had passed away a long time ago. It's part of what led to his squandering of their wealth, so I wonder if this friend of Urwin's is either the lady or the new lord of the estate. But I can't be sure. I mean, that's all that's the only prominent location I know in this region, but it seems to fit the description that he gave.
Were we checking in for like a safety check, or was his friend in danger? I can't remember what was on that letter.
Well, the letter said that his writings to Urwin had become less frequent and more frantic and nonsensical. It seemed like something was wrong. I guess it did say in the letter that it must be the wizard then. It must be the husband.
Didn't we hear something about a crazy wizard in this area too, though?
There's the
Oh,
other
the
side
Mad
to make.
Mage.
Oh, the Mad Mage.
The Mad
Is that a
Mage,
different wizard?
that's a different wizard. The Mad
Oh,
Mage
okay.
hasn't been seen for decades.
On the north end of the lake, right?
North end of the lake. Well, admittedly, I should rephrase. There have been quoted sightings of the Mad Mage, but nothing confirmed. It's more of a rumor. The Mad Mage, no one can really be sure if he's still alive. Every once in a while, a sighting crops up here or there, but they're about as believable as drunk tales at the tavern.
I'm just gonna say it's kind of weird that there's a wizard a little bit further north of this area and then another one here, and his writings were frantic, but I just think we should proceed with caution.
This is the third wizard who is, well, yes, this area does seem to be a little weird with with magic folk.
Do we have a name for the Mad Mage yet? Or
No.
we only know the Mad Mage?
You only know of the Mad Mage.
So, Kazan and Mad Mage, two totally different people? As far as we know,
Like,
I
as far
guess.
as you know, like, the Mad Mage, Kazan, well, so Irina confirmed when you guys were at the tower that Kazan was, a wizard who lived hundreds of years ago. Whereas the Mad Mage is more recent, but hasn't been seen in a few decades. The Mad Mage is probably, like, the last 50 years, whereas Kazan's probably, like, 200.
Gotcha.
And then, according to Irina, this young upcoming wizard only got married about 10 years ago, so he's young.
Okay.
But, to your point, Sten, in regards to, the various wizards, she kind of says, well, this region of the lakes and the forests and mountains up in the northwest here, there's a number of kind of arcane natural phenomena, if you will. There's a number of arcane creatures, and I guess what I'm trying to say is that it's not uncommon for people to come study in this region if they're interested in the arcane art. In fact, we've heard mention of Kresk a few times. There's Mal, I believe you've mentioned the abbot there is one of the more well-known practitioners of magic in the region, as well as we met the priest of Vallaki before we received Urwin's news. Anyway, we should be going, and she kind of ushers her horse forward and starts turning up into the woods north of the road. All right, so you guys continue to follow. The forest is thick and dense here. You're following as you kind of turn off the main road. There's a fairly overgrown path, but you can see some kind of well-worn cobblestones kind of set into the path that seem to be overgrown with weeds. This path doesn't seem to be very well traveled, but clearly was actually landscaped at one point in time. And after about half an hour of walking through the woods, the trees open up to this large, dark manor with various kind of arched windows on either side of the front entrance, and this large oak set of double doors set in the front under this large archway. There's a statue surrounded by some shrubs in front of the building itself, about 30 feet out from the entranceway. And the entire ground seemed to be at one point finely manicured, although they seem to be overgrown now with large grass and weeds kind of taking hold of the grounds. But the trees are all cleared from this rectangular property, and you can see that it kind of wraps around the whole building. And as you approach, Irina mentions, like, if this is what this... Irina, I'm going to start that over. Irina turns to you and says, if this is the place that Urwin's referring to, this is Burghmor Manor. Although it's clear it's seen better days. Also, real quick, props to Belatro, who made this. Who made the map. Presume it's a she. They made the map.
Yeah, are these windows?
I like 3D. That's cool.
Yes. Although upon inspection, the ones up here appear to be boarded.
Oh.
Bad to be boarded.
How hard can it be to find a wizard? They always seem to make some sort of noise, right? Or lights? I don't know. And you complain a lot. Maybe we just have to listen.
Andar looks at the place and goes, yeah, creepy manor, not exactly my thing. I'm gonna stick with the horses. I'll be right here if you need me.
Classic Andar.
He's starting to sound like Kermit now.
I'm not really into the creepy horses.
Can we have Kermit and for one session?
Yeah, thank you.
He cast fireball.
Right, yeah.
Andar, what do you think about setting up your hut out here just in case there is any danger? We have a safe place to retreat to.
If I see any trouble, I'll set it up.
All right.
Don't we need to be
Andar, it
inside
takes
of it?
a significant amount of time also.
Well, then give me some warning.
Well, my thought was, I think Andar has to be inside of it.
Yeah, I think he just has to want us to enter.
So he's been
Feeling inspired.
having us around him when he sets it up just because?
Have you known him to be any different?
That's, you know what? That's fair.
Can I look inside this window?
Mhm.
What do I see?
Exactly what you see there. It appears to be an empty room with a large, fine couch. Appear to be a number of cobwebs.
Cool. Whoa. Can I look in this one?
So looking through, you can kind of see. Wait, hold on one second. Why is that? Oh, because I didn't put the wall there. Hold on. Beep. There we go.
Beep, beep. I'm going blind.
No.
So into this room, you can see there appears to be this large dining room, but all of the room seems to be covered in sheets and gathering dust, and the northeast corner appears to be completely broken down. The wall appears to have collapsed into the room, and you can kind of see beyond into a larger chamber.
Oh. Can I just check to see if the windows can be opened here? Like push them or open them? I don't know.
The windows appear to be very finely
They're
cut
not
and
like
designed glass. They don't actually swing.
Cool. I'm just gonna come back and report that it looks very deserted.
Irina kind of looks puzzled at that. That's odd.
Well, should we go in?
A time like the present.
I'm gonna go to the corner here and I say, Alistair, you do the honors, and I'm gonna try and stealth around behind them.
Okay. Roll stealth.
Can I check? Can I check the door to see if it's locked?
You give it a push, and it does not budge at all.
We're checking on his well-being, right?
Yeah.
Something like that.
She knocks on the door.
You hear just this
Hello?
echoing, like, toosh, toosh, toosh. Nothing.
Hello, is anyone in there? This is a wellness check.
Hmm.
Please
Really good
open.
guys, hipping up.
Please open your door. If you do not open your door, we will break it down for your
Well-
wellness.
This is a wellness check. Hello.
It works with everything.
I would like to await the appropriate time before trying to break down the door.
All right.
I whispered
Well,
a Druby, I'm gonna go peek around the other side. And I just dash off.
If at first you don't succeed, can I pick the lock?
You can attempt. Well, actually, let me say this. Let me put it this way. There's no visible lock on the door. These appear to be two large wooden heavy-set doors with no visible. They've got knockers, but no visible lock mechanism. And from
Okay.
pushing on it, you feel like it appears to be barred from the other side.
Oh, is it a pull door though?
It doesn't appear to give either way.
Can I roll to persuade the door to open?
Yes, you can. Mal, you wait about 2 full minutes. There's no sound of anything. You can attempt to break down the door. At first glance, this is thick wood, and from the give on the other side, the bar is it's going to be very difficult to break down. It'll take a significant amount of effort and time because you'll have to either break through a section of the door or manage to break the bar on the other side, both of which will not be easy.
So, question: does this look very old? Does this door look very old?
The door's probably... It's not new, but I wouldn't say it's like ancient. It's probably been around for 100 years, maybe.
Okay.
You can
So
tell
this
that
is
it's
her
like... Yeah.
So this is her logic. Her logic is that she might not need to even break the door or the bar. She can I think if she's try to hit the apex, right, or like right where the leverage on one of the door is, to try and apply leverage to the joints that hold the bar in place. Because that's really all she needs to get rid of, just the clasps that hold the bar to the door itself, right?
Okay.
Which is probably just nailed in. So she's gonna try to like apply leverage.
But keep in mind, these doors are about 10 feet tall, so hitting the door itself is going to disperse the force, too.
That's true. Yeah. Yep.
So it will still not be easy, but you can attempt.
Yeah. I'm just trying to talk about
Yes,
her
yes.
frame of mind
No,
in
totally.
that sentence. Yeah.
Which way did Mim go?
Mim went around the right and went all the way around the building, it looks like.
And then,
We'll go
yeah.
around the left.
Shall I give
I went all the way around.
Shall I give you an athletics check?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Well, Mim, we'll say that you make it to about the other corner before Sten goes left.
And starts going. Okay.
And so then you guys are gonna meet up around here. Here, I'll just put you both there.
Now
You look up.
you
This is
can't
such a
catch
good-looking
me.
portrait. Wow. Great.
Catch me if you can.
Would you say that she can use her crowbar to gain leverage in this instance?
Sure, I'll give you advantage on that.
Okay, crowbar time. Mundane items.
Whoa, Sten, what are you doing here?
I was looking for a back door that maybe we didn't have to break in half.
That's what I was looking for too. Or a window or something.
All right. So with a 20, you manage to wedge the crowbar in, and you hear like a crack, and the door kind of like half hinges a little bit, and you manage to get like about an inch or two of space that the door is now off kilter, and you've like kind of crunched in a section of the side. You basically can fit like a hand through the crack that you've made in the side, and you can feel the bar on the other side. The door's still intact, but it's off kilter. You've ruined its fine setting within its frame.
Okay.
What is
Hmm.
That appears to be a window from the second story.
Can I fly up to it?
Sure.
Oh, Sten, you passed a window.
Let
I'm just looking
me-
for a door. You know, I'm worried if the fortifications are he's running from something or hiding. You know, we don't want to break those.
Oh,
Remember the werewolves we fought? Or the wolves we fought? Very close to here.
Wolves, I mean.
I'm gonna activate
They're
this scene.
werewolves?
Ignore some of the stuff that you guys can see in it because I placed you guys for where you would enter the second floor, and now Mim's looking in a second floor window. So be patient with me. But so Mim, this is what you can see through the window. There's basically like this dark hall. You can only see. Nope, don't go in there.
don't go in there.
It's not an open window.
Oh, okay.
But you can see basically just this little mini section of this hallway, and it appears to be this dusty, deserted. It's got wood spewed, and you can kind of see that from that angle. What appears to be the edge of a large tub, right here.
Tup.
Okie dokie. And there were no back doors.
Okay, I'm gonna bring you back to first floor.
Oh, I'm on the set. Oh, that's why I was like, where is everybody?
Yeah, you're on the side. Stop moving.
I stopped. It was just a long one that I clicked to move there. It was just slow.
Okay.
I hear she gets advantage if you can't catch her.
Catch me if you
All right.
can, slow pokes.
Also, Mal, can you not control yourself? Just out of curiosity.
I can.
Okay, cool. I just wasn't sure.
Yeah.
All right,
Chaos.
so
No back door, right? From what we saw.
no back door.
That looks spooky.
You do have these windows up front, but every other window that you found has been boarded except for that second story one.
Is that a well?
Oh, no, you got it open.
Arrgh.
Well, partially, but Sten was actually giving a good point. Maybe.
Oh, I said that on the back of the building.
Yeah, we weren't with you.
Oh,
Well, maybe Mal, you
Break
just
it.
had a magical thought.
Tear it open.
Well,
oh.
yeah, she said it to Mim, so Mim could pass it along if that's what you're looking
Oh, what Sten said? What did Sten?
for. Forget it. Anyway,
That's pretty mim.
Alright.
That's pretty mim.
Well, I guess then if Mal hasn't been instructed otherwise, she's gonna go at it again. She's gonna
Alright, go for it.
keep at it.
Wait! I have an idea. Don't do that. As she's like, I'm assuming, trying to. Can I cast Mage Hand and try and put it like squeeze it into the door and then open the? Is it like a beam or is it like nailed on?
it's like a beam, and what
Yeah,
my
you
hand
just
can
lift.
lift 10 pounds.
It's
5.
fine.
Oh.
Okay, it will not be able to lift the bar.
How heavy is it? Maybe Andor can cast his
That's
Mage
10
Hand and we
pounds.
can put it together.
Sorry, 10 pounds, yeah.
10
It's 10
pounds. So then
pounds?
it's
It is 10
20
pounds.
pounds. If we say Andar, where's your hand?
30 pounds if I'm there.
Oh, you have Mage Hand too.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 30-pound bar.
Well, to be fair, Stan's not with you right now, so you'd have to.
I know,
But
I-
you can.
21-pound
Here's,
bar.
let me put it this way: you can attempt with yours.
Okay, I'm gonna try.
It is too heavy.
Ah, darn it.
Is there enough room to put your hand in there?
Yeah, your actual
You can get your
Yeah, it's
hand
gotta-
into the crack that malformed, but you can just feel the bar on the other side. There's no grip points. You can
Got you. Okay.
He's basically cracked part of the door in so that you can actually like wiggle your hand about like in like this.
Go.
All right. So with the
Let's go.
second crowbar, like the crack continues to spread through the door, and you manage to get another like 2 inches to the point that you can kind of get a couple fingers on top of the bar through this little hole. You don't really have a whole lot of range of motion, but you're basically like bending part of the door in, and the it's cracking along the center section because it's got these crossbars that are holding most of the door in place, but you're managing to like split it within its held frame.
Okay.
Wait, why don't you like stick the crowbar under the bar and then like lift up and see if it can like push it up?
Because I've been assuming so far that it hasn't even been able to fit. So she's just been trying to create space. But that's a
Well,
good
yeah,
idea.
but If it's,
Yeah,
if
that's a
it's
good
enough
idea.
to reach your hand in,
You
I think
could
it's-
basically you could try and gut out some room underneath and then pop the bar up with the crowbar through the hole that you're creating. Yes.
Sounds good.
Okay, so
Nice.
it'll be two. It'll basically be 2 rolls: one to get enough space underneath, and then the second one to pop it off.
Okay.
Feels like an alternate scene of The Shining. It's like instead of here's Johnny, he's like, "How are you?"
All of these are above 20, so
These are great rolls.
cracks down the just cracks some more space on the bottom, and then wedges it in and just kind of puts all of her weight on top of it, and you hear this fritouche on the other side, and the left door kind of just swings lazily off its hinges.
Nice. I reach up for a high five. Oh, okay.
You get it about 4
But,
inches.
wait, it's removing the top of my head. High five.
You move it in about 4 inches before it hits the bar, because as you kind of open the door, you realize that you popped it out of the one side, but it's still kind of hanging out of its hinge on the other. And when you open the door, you just kind of crack it against the bar.
Mal will turn to Mim and say, "After you."
Can I re-stealth and try and... Well, no, I don't
You
need
can
to. I'm just gonna try.
you can kind of sidle in.
wiggle in.
You're really the
Oh, yeah.
only one who can fit in the space.
Oh, perfect, perfect. Cool, cool, cool.
But you see on the other side that the bar is basically hanging out of its one hinge on the right, and down on the ground.
Or I just want to get it out of the way more.
So yeah, so you just it's
Yeah.
pretty heavy, but you manage to using all of your flutter kind of, and it crashes onto the ground, and the door is now open.
Open.
Sten, also, what are you doing? Because you're still venturing around, it looks like.
Is this a well back
It
here?
is a well, yes.
I want to investigate the well to see if there's water that they've been drawing, if it's dirty, it hasn't been maintained in a while.
As you walk up,
Looking for signs of life.
the well sounds very still. There's no sounds of rushing water. And as you kind of look over, there's this kind of musty scent to it. Do you have any source of light, or are you just looking down into the well?
Yeah, we can try my smile, I think.
Okay.
No, I don't have light.
All right, so you can't see the bottom of the well, but it does smell very musty.
Okay.
Well, well, well.
Oh, God. And I've been here. Ugh.
Oh my god.
All right, I'll go back.
All right,
Hold. Is this a statue though? Is it?
this one?
Yeah. Above it, north of it.
It is.
What does it look like? As I'm walking away.
It appears to be a cloaked woman holding a woven basket, kneeling and holding the basket forward. And the basket has some lichen growing on it and has a little bit of rainwater caught in its basket.
Cool. Okay.
All right,
And
so
as I've been.
as you come around the corner, you see that they are starting to head inside.
Good job on the door.
Thank you.
To be honest, I didn't think you'd be able to break it. That looks honestly like a tree.
Well, everything has its weak points.
If you're weak in constitution, just want to put this out here. There is a stinky well behind the house.
As you guys kind of come in, the room opens up, and this whole place is musty and covered in cobwebs. Things appear to be broken. The table is shattered on the floor. The floorboards appear to be coming up. And you can kind of see that this main room extends forward to this tattered rug and these two wide open swung doors on either side, with these dilapidated, crooked suits of armor framing either side of the hallway, leading towards what appears to be a widening staircase that leads to the second floor.
Armor, you said.
Finally, armor. I knew coming here was a good idea.
Hello. Here.
Irina kind of comes in and takes a look around and goes, "This is very strange. Where did the Burghmors go?" She kind of
Looks like
starts
it's been-
venturing further into the room.
It looks like it's been derelict and abandoned for a while.
But then,
He said, no, I really not hope that Urwin's not been receiving letters from a ghost, sir.
Ooh.
No.
Mr. Ghost,
No.
are you here?
No, he's definitely. Don't answer.
We mean not any disrespect to tread upon your grounds.
Now, why am I getting closer to Malice? I'm gonna go away from Malice.
Hey, DM question.
yes.
These suits of armor, do they
Mhm.
look similar to the suits of armor that we saw in Death House so long ago?
They are suits of armor, so they look like that in the sense of they look like the one in Death House, but these ones are covered in dust and cobwebs, and some of them are off kilter. Parts of them appear to be sagging or misconnected, and none of them are
Okay.
moving.
What kind of armor are they?
Yeah, are they 15th century? Hessian?
They appear to
Italian?
be traditional,
Riveted?
the plated steel and the knight's visors. Although they have various weapons, some of them have
Plated,
like,
you say?
long swords. Some of them have halberds. One has a mace.
Would this plate happen to have 18 points of connected AC?
They appear to be larger than, like, they don't appear to be life size in the sense that they could fit someone. They appear to be enlarged for display purposes.
Unfortunate. Oh, well, it does seem like no one's home. I mean, we could look around just for fun, but it seems to have been this way for a while. Doesn't quite match up with your story, Irina.
That's the part I'm concerned about, is where did they go?
It's a good question.
He kind of takes a look into the left hallway.
You think it's like where a few of us met, where the house was pretty much abandoned, and then we went up to get down, and then we found like a bunch of trouble.
It's certainly possible. You said one of the suits of armor has a long sword, yeah?
Mhm.
Does it look ornamental or usable?
It looks like at one point it was usable, but it's so covered in rust that if it were to be used, it would be less effective.
Damn.
Got you.
Is it the same thing with the armor as well, I assume?
Yes, pretty much all of it appears to be in various states of disrepair. With the right attention, it could be recoverable, but as I said, the armor itself is fairly enlarged. The weapons, to a similar degree, but granted, like the long sword could be used as a great sword, but they are all they would need recovery. They would need repair from a blacksmith. Also, just by looking at it, you can't tell how weighted they are.
Well, shall we go upstairs?
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, sure.
I'd imagine we're probably looking for a bedroom of some kind, just to make sure nobody really is here.
And we're the only ones making noise?
The place sounds quiet. In fact, you don't see any lights on. You've got a little bit of light streaming in from there's large holes in the roof of the first floor that some light is leaking through, and then you've got the windows from here and from actually really only from here. You've got some light kind of trailing in through this section into the main chamber, but everything appears to be fairly dim, and as you get further into the house is getting darker and darker because there's less sources of light.
Would you say it sounds too quiet?
I'd say so, for as large of a building as it is. You kind of hear this kind of creaking.
Jesus, I'm so bright.
What's going on?
Cast light.
Everyone averts their eyes as Alistair suddenly just lights up.
The light cantrip is so fucking bright.
But allows you to kind of see a little bit more detail of the things around you. You can see that the stairs are actually covered in this finely woven rug that appears to be worn and kind of almost eaten away by moths or other bugs. But as you guys head up the stairs, let me re-add you all upstairs.
Stairs.
I had you all pre-prepped, but then Mim wanted to look through a window, so I had to delete everybody.
I look through every window at every building we go to. Come on.
That's true.
This is true. Consistency.
Should have known.
My biggest character trait is that I am curious.
Oh, I thought
Window
it was
watcher.
that you look through windows.
Same thing.
Well, yeah.
Mal. And then can I... How do I reset the vision of this scene is the question. I don't know how to reset it. All right, well, you're going to see some stuff because of token movement, but oh well. All right. I'm learning. All right, so you guys kind of come up onto this large landing that opens up to a balcony that overlooks the gardens out in the back that you can see over the front.
We can see out into the garden.
Mm-hmm.
What
Honestly, I
are
probably
these?
should have mentioned. Mim would have noticed that. Apologies. But
Are
so yes, there's an open
a
balcony.
Broken chandelier, or are these bones like?
That appears to be broken. A broken ceiling fixture that has fallen down, and then a bunch of shattered wood around.
Gotcha.
Oh, that's that stinky well.
Oh,
I mean,
Oh,
There's a door over here.
that's that stinky well.
Can I
oh
open
darn, that's stinky
Alistair
well.
has brought everything around him to the 1920s.
Can I open this door?
You can. Inside, you find the only lit room.
Hey, there's a person.
And huddled at this desk is this man who is frail and hunched over his seat and appears to be writing frantically. And he's got papers spread all over his desk, and his desk is lit by a couple candles and a large dragon skull sitting on his desk. Around the room are scattered books along the floor, as well as a few display cases holding various items, including like a large crystalline well, it's a crystal. It's a like fragmented crystal on a pedestal under a glass case. There's a case that holds what appears to be some sort of intricate clockwork box underneath a glass case, and there's various glass cases spread around with various strange items underneath. On the north wall are these two large stuffed heads, one of which appears to be a small green dragon, mouth open and posed on the wall, and then another one appears to be a smaller head that appears to be of a brass dragon. But the man, as you kind of look into the room, you see that his eyes are completely bloodshot and kind of sagging under his eyelids, and he's kind of swaying as he writes and blinking. But he writes and he writes, and then he throws the paper off and pulls up another sheet and continues to write, occasionally looking over and flipping through a book on his table. And he appears to take no notice of you looking into the room at first.
Excuse me. Hello.
Hello. Hello.
How are you doing today, sir?
You scared me. Apologies. I didn't hear you come in. And he turns and continues to scribble.
It's quite all right. I was definitely being a little bit quiet. What's your name?
My name is Piesti. Piesti. Hello. What is your name?
Oh, my name is Adumbi. Do you need anything? You seem frail, like food or water.
Oh, food, water. Water would be good. Food would be good. I would get it myself, but I have to stay. I have to focus on my studies. I have to continue my project.
Adumbi pulls out like an apple and some berries and like a flask of water. And just hands it over to him and says, what's he working on?
You like go to hand it to him, and he doesn't even like reach out for it. He just continues to write. He's like, just set it down. I'll have it in a moment. I'm sorry. What was your question?
What are you working on?
My project, my research. I'm looking for what. And he's continuing to write as he talks, but he's kind of like, he'll glance away for a moment, and then he'll glance back very, very quickly, like almost his head snaps back to the table, and he'll like start to trail and look at you for a moment. His eyes kind of start to focus, and then he snaps back to the table. Well, I'm studying. What am I? I'm my work, my research. I need to, and you get this uneasy feeling. And something, you have the highest passive perception of the group. You notice something's off in his movement, but you can't put your finger on it. Roll me a perception check real quick.
Dun dun dun.
Oh, God.
Perception check. Perception check. Perception. Boop.
Okay. You see movement kind of off in the corner of your eye, but as you kind of glance around the room, you can't determine what you like, where the movement came from or what's amiss, but something feels amiss in the room. And his movement, the way that he's kind of like writing so frantically and then trying to kind of focus elsewhere and then snapping back to the table, seems highly unnatural. Something's amiss. He hasn't even addressed the apple or the water that you put on the table.
Mim slowly flutters in just on this corner and observes.
Is there anything that we could maybe do for you to help you with your work?
My work. I'm almost done. I've almost completed it. I'm very close. I just need to focus. Why are you here? What brought you here? What is it that you need?
We were just concerned about the people in this house.
people. I'm the only one. I'm the only one left. I am my research. They all left. My research is all I have left. It's all I have. All I have left.
Well, it was nice talking to you.
What is your research?
My research, my work, I'm working on. I'm studying. What am I working on? I'm working on my research. My research. That's it. My studies. I'm trying to find the answers. The answers to what is it that I'm. The answers. My work.
Can I look at what he's writing?
Yes. You look at the paper, and he's scribbling. He's not even writing words.
just
Like
squiggles.
it's complete and utter nonsense. There's no letters. There's no language. It's frantic and scattered and lilted and uneasy, and he almost appears to be just trailing through the page. And his arm will not stop moving. Every time it stops moving, it's only to bring it up and dip it in ink and continue.
And what was his name? And do we know the name? Is it the name?
Piety.
Piesti.
Piesti.
Yes.
Mr. Piesti, could you stop for just a moment?
Yes, I would, but time. I only have so much time. I must finish my work. I must finish my work.
Can I
Surely you
just
can
grab-
spare. Oh, sorry.
No. While you're talking, sorry. Can I just grab the ink bottle?
Yeah, so you go to take the ink, and as you start to move it away, he comes over and goes to dip in it, and full on just takes the pen, and as you like stabs into the ink and pulls it and wrenches it back out of your hands back to its position and continues to write.
Was he looking
No.
when he did that? Can I roll religion?
Yeah, you can.
For possession.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh my god.
No!
No! A religious person! I mean, I know.
With a 5, this very much seems unnatural. But from what you know of possession, generally speaking, they don't exhibit normal social behaviors, which he appears to be doing at least to a limited degree.
Okay.
That's all you can really get with a 5, but
Okay.
Not like typical
it's
possession.
odd, but it doesn't. He appears to be himself.
Okay.
You don't know him, so.
All right. Well, we're gonna do a mandatory wellness check here. She's gonna get behind him. Is that? Does he allow that?
He doesn't even take notice. Just continues to
All right.
scribble away.
Well, we're gonna just need to take like a couple minutes of your time. It's not that much.
Yes, minutes, long minutes, need minutes. But yes, feel free. What can I help you with? As long as I can continue my research, my work is very important.
We'll need your full attention for this. We think that you need to eat some food and drink some water.
Yes, full attention. You have my full attention. You and my work, my research.
He's going to gently but firmly put her hands on his arms.
Okay.
And try to get them to stop.
You put your hand on his arm, and first thing that you feel, this guy is bone ragged. He is so frail and thin, like he's
emaciated.
Completely emaciated. And up close, you can see that his eyes are dry and bloodshot and almost crusted at the edges of his eyelids.
Does he look like he's dead?
No, he's clearly alive. You can almost feel the blood coursing through his veins as you put your hand on him. But you see him like almost blink frantically, but it almost like catches on his eyes as he writes. And as you try and pull him away, you almost feel a resistance.
He's gonna kind of just slowly start to leverage because she's like so much stronger than he is in her mind.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna she thinks he's insane.
Yeah.
And that they need to force feed him to possibly get him to have some sort of center of reality.
Yeah. So you
gonna...
pull, and what's odd is the resistance isn't coming from him. You feel like you can feel the bones, and like he kind of like he's not resisting. He's just writing. But it almost feels like there's another force being exerted on him.
Ew.
And you can feel his arm being forced in these specific movements. And as you try and pull him up, I think we lost the bot.
I'll fix it.
Noise. As you try and pull him up, you almost feel pressure, and you feel like if you pull too hard, the opposing pressures might snap. Like him. He's so frail and emaciated.
I want to slide. Go ahead.
What are you trying to sleight of hand?
The ink away.
All right.
I just want to see if he's gonna keep.
You try
writing
and
even
sneak it, and he doesn't appear to notice, but the same thing.
Oh.
Pen in, uses the pen to leverage it back, with a force that seems unnatural to his wiry frame.
Still the
He
ink.
looks at a dune bee.
Mm.
I think that we're not alone in this room.
1 second.
Could I see Malice have trouble trying to move him?
Are you looking through the door? Are you there?
Yeah, at the doorway.
Yes, you see her try and like pull, and you see her body tense, and then you see her kind of get like this puzzled look, and you see his arm kind of start to move up and then stop, but he continues to write as his arm is being yanked.
Enno's back there, so we can't do that.
Alistair, real quick, are you in or out of the room?
I'm outside of it.
Okay. And is light still on?
No, turned it off.
Oh
Okay.
no.
It's dim everywhere but the room then. The room's lit by this one candle.
I'm actually gonna leave the room.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna use Strudcraft to have a little flame in my hand for some light. And I'm gonna just kind of slowly, sneakily try to kind of just keep looking around up here just in case.
Cool.
Maybe.
Hey, what's going on with him?
Is that to Irina or to Alistair?
To the room.
He doesn't seem, This man seems as if he's cursed or possessed by something, but I'm not quite sure. Malice says that she doesn't think that we're alone. Do you
Clap my hands together and just say, don't be cursed, and I'll cast Dispel Magic.
Nothing appears to happen.
Nothing. God, I really thought today was going to be the day I don't waste all my spell slots on something.
Do any of you notice something here in the room? Anything out of the ordinary?
I mean, these dragon heads are very scary.
Irina at that is gonna roll a perception check.
I'll take a look around too.
Do it.
Natural 20 for 25.
So Irina starts investigating the bookshelf on the right, and kind of like looking, seeing if there's anything amiss. Sten, are you in the room or are you out of the room?
I can take a step in.
Okay, you take a step in and you start looking around and you notice that, so the candle's in this head, right? The candle is casting light and you see Malice behind, kind of framing up behind his shadow against the wall, but you notice that there's another shadow on the wall, and it appears to be a large figure leaning over the man, hair blowing and tendriling up around, and every time the man looks up, a hand comes and wrenches his head back down towards the desk.
Oh God.
And as you take notice,
Uh-huh.
the shadow almost seems to turn, and two glowing eyes appear on the wall, and then the shadow wisps away from the wall, and the man collapses onto the desk.
Can Mal try to catch him before he like?
Yeah, he
hits
just
his
like
head
slumps
more?
into
Okay.
you were trying to pull him, so he just kind of slumps into
Yeah.
his arms, and
Yeah.
he like basically just passes out. Just
Okay.
And the shadow was just on the wall, or it was like the guy's shadow was changed.
there were two people and three shadows.
Okay, I'm gonna take the candle.
Mal's gonna try to pick him up and get him the fuck out of here.
Okay.
So I think you were right about that ghost thing, and I hate to say you're right because I don't want the ghost thing. There's a terrifying shadow. Did you see that?
No?
Where
It's
is it
like-
now?
It's gone. It was like it was 10 feet tall. And it was moving him, but from over there, not.
Well, let's get this man out of the house then. Whatever
Get
that thing is,
The fuck out of the house.
seems like it's probably the one that lives here now.
Okay, so using this candle, I want to create shadows on the wall to see if I can find a second
Okay.
around me.
As you kind of wave the candle around, everyone appears to be in the right place except for Alistair, who has no shadow.
Well, that's normal.
It was him all along.
Are you carrying the man? Was that your implication, Malice? Okay. So, here, in fact, give me 1 sec.
Mount.
Yep, I'm gonna mount him.
Mount him.
Boop. There you go. You are carrying the man.
Hey.
Oh,
Boop.
I don't know why he went back, but whatever. Here, let me actually boop. Does that fix that?
Hey, there we go. Looks like it.
Cool. All right, so you're carrying him.
Okay. Yep.
Are you just heading? Are you just saying? Are we gonna just say for brevity you head out and?
out of the house? Yeah.
Okay. So,
Oh.
here then we'll do this. Must be what?
Well, Mim was down
Exploring
the hall
first.
a little. Yeah.
Well, so okay, so Mal starts to head out of the house with PSD. What are the rest of you doing?
Investigate his desk.
All right. So Sten's investigating.
Can I assist with that investigation?
Irina, Mal, as you're heading out, Irina goes, do you want anyone to come with you, or where are you going exactly?
I'm just going to take him to Andar and make sure that he has food and water. Water, most importantly. I can handle this. You stay with the group and help them.
Okay, for brevity's sake, I'm just gonna say you take him down, and then we'll address that in a sec. Sten, go ahead and roll me an investigation check and advantage because Alistair's helping.
So with the advantage, it's a natural 20 for 26.
Let's fucking go,
This is
dude!
magic.
Hell yeah!
Right? Well, it's been
your-
literally like 12 sessions.
I know, well, that's what I'm saying. It's like clearly they've just been banking for today. So
Obviously, Sten's a late game character.
Apparently. This is my favorite die. It's the C one too. I like it.
So, looking at the desk, the entire desk is just and the floor around it is just covered in these scribbled papers. As you start to dig deeper into the drawers, you start to find some more actual sensical writings. You find various writing materials. You find a number of kind of like odd scrying and arcane instruments. You're able to determine kind of through the contents of the desk. He appears to be a wizard focused on divination, conjuration type magic, and he has various records and books about some of his various artifacts and studies on transporting objects and how protective shielding works in various arcane scenarios. And you can kind of see that he's a scholarly wizard who appears to study transportation and protection of material, and how various magical interactions affect it. You also find a couple previous letters between him and Urwin, ultimately kind of just checking up on one another, talking about how's the family. But in one of the letters, you, as you're kind of looking through and you're reading through, you find one letter from Urwin that says, PSD, heard the news, wanted to pass along my apologies. I know that this can be a difficult time, and if there's anything you need, don't hesitate to stop by Vallaki. You're always welcome at the Blue Water Inn. If there's anything that my family or I could do, please let us know. I know how passionate you are about your work, and we didn't want to potentially drop in or interrupt unannounced, but I wanted to let you know that you have our condolences, and if there's anything that we can provide or offer to ease your pain, please make us aware, and we'd be happy to oblige, Urwin.
Is there a date?
There is. It's dated about 7 years ago.
Oh my god. Okay. Do we remember if there was a date on? No, because he wouldn't have put that on there. When Urwin sent the letter to us, and he's like, "Look, I've got some concerns." How long was the time period that he hadn't heard? Did he mention that?
He said that he hadn't heard in weeks, but over the recent months, his writings had become more and more nonsensical.
Okay, and then the notes that I found, do you know the dates around there? Are they once a month, once every couple of weeks?
The letters?
Yeah.
They appeared to correspond every couple of months, to more or less frequency variance.
Hey, Arena.
Yes?
When you were talking about you knew the family before,
Yes.
how recently did they kind of fall out of their status?
Well, Lord Burghmor, like I said, I think he squandered his wealth about 50 years ago. And then his daughter, they were hoping to kind of renew the family, and their marriage was about 10 years ago.
And did they have any kids, or it was just the two of the surviving members of the family?
I imagine if they had kids, there would have been some sort of pomp and circumstance, as they would have been the heirs to the Burghmor estate, but then again, not a lot of attention came to them after the wedding, as a lot of kind of lost interest in their story, and they lost a lot of their influence.
I have something crazy to propose.
Okay.
I'm gonna hand her the letter, or just the gaggle of people right there.
Yeah.
Do you think Owen's talking about the lady? Is this wizard married to her, and she died, and he tried to bring her back, failed, and there's a monster? Is that too crazy?
That's certainly possible. wouldn't be the
It's
first time.
possible?
Well,
I was really hoping you'd tell me I'm crazy.
Look, I don't know a lot about arcane magic, but I've seen a number of strange things in Barovia, and that's definitely something that would be in line. But she kind of looks over to the desk, looks over to you. What type of magic would be involved in bringing a person back like that? What would that? Aren't there schools of magic or studies of specialties of some sort? What would be involved in that sort
I
of
don't
process?
know. I mean, there's Andar magic, which is, hiding or something.
We also happen to know at least one person that can have the soul act on its own.
Are you proposing that maybe Morgantha's involved?
It's possible. It's all I have to tie to this.
Chromancy.
And he wasn't very coherent. He'd be very hard to ask questions about. Or two.
While you guys are pondering this, Mim, you've been exploring. I'm going to have you probably get 2 or 3 rooms worth for what they've been doing. Where have you looked?
I can't move. There we
Can't
go.
move? Oh, there you
This room.
Okay, so
and these things.
you open
Especially-
it up. This appears to be a guest room that is dust covered but fairly well kept compared to most of the house. The chest appears to hold various linens, presumably for making the bed. And then the bookshelf is filled with a number of treatises, some of which appear to be arcane in nature and some of which appear to be collections of myths, collections of poetry. One of them appears to be a herbology book on the various types of herbs and how they affect tea.
Ooh. Is that it? And
That's-
is there anything like around the bed, under the bed, in
There's
this nice room?
2 bedside tables, but the drawers all appear empty.
Okay, then I'm gonna have gone down.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm definitely intrigued by that giant hole in the floor, but curiosity. I'm gonna open both doors, but I'm gonna go in this one.
Okay, so this appears to be, at once was a workshop, and there's glass bottles strewn everywhere. The left table appears to have a number of rotted produce. There's some potatoes and onions, and all appear to be rotten and moldy and like almost giving in on themselves. And this whole room seems totally trashed. And you can see it kind of opens up to your left, and as you walk forward, you see it opens up into this giant gaping hole in the floor, and this master bed that seems to be almost falling into the hole, and you open it up to this master bedroom, which is completely and utterly desiccated. Everything is torn and collapsing, and this appears to be one of the worst shape rooms you've seen. There's a little bit of a hallway curving up to the left up here, and you, at a quick glance, can see that's the window that you were looking through.
Is this just broken stuff on this bed?
Yes, it's all broken wood and stone that's collapsed onto it. Dust.
Cool. And this is, I assume, is probably that hallway in that room. Okay. Well, wait. Then I'm gonna go here. Open this way. All right.
All right, so this will be the last thing that you kind of get to look at while they've had this conversation. And this opens up to another long hallway. You can kind of see some suits of armor kind of flanking the center room, similar to the other side that you passed. And there's multiple doors along the hallway, as well as this large couch and a couple small tables, as well as like a little stool. All right, back to the group in the room. So, it could,
Look, the last time we dealt with ghosts, I mean, I don't remember who the other person was. What? Who? last time we dealt with ghosts, I was definitely not myself.
Well, how do
I
you
think
one
Andar
goes
wasn't himself either.
how does one go about ghost hunting?
But don't make him mad.
Quite ironically, you seem to be able to scare them out of people.
Well, does the ghost live here, or does it live inside the person? Is the question. If it does live here, what do we how do we find it? It's a shadow, yes.
I'll be honest, I
It's good
know
for you.
not the slightest thing about ghosts. But also,
Should make
if
sure Malice is all right.
he was trying to resurrect Lady Burghmor, would that turn them into a ghost? Is that how that works?
Will that turn her into a ghost?
Maybe he picked the wrong person.
And summoned the wrong sort of soul back from wherever they go?
I mean, isn't anything possible? I don't know.
I don't look at me. You're the one who practices magic. I'm just...
Maybe we should ask Malice. You know, coming from such a religious place, maybe...
Perhaps. Speaking of Malice...
Can
Oh, go ahead.
Well, while you go to Malice, can I just like look around in the rooms and see if I can find the shadow at some point?
Sure.
While
you
Malice
taking-
is talking to
What is your light source going to be?
my light source. Just a good question.
You
My
can
light
use
source is
light
gonna
candle.
be my. Just kind of just hold my produced flame in my hand.
Yes, you can.
Alright.
That's what
I'll
Mim's
just
doing.
walk- And I'm just gonna walk around with that.
Right.
It's 10 feet of light.
Malice. So you carry Piesti, who's so light. And you walk him out through the building, bring him back to Andar, who's watching the horses. And Andar kind of looks up at you and raises an eyebrow. Who's this?
The master of this place, I think. Andar, could you set a fire for us, please? A really bright one, so we can see everyone's shadows.
Well, yes. And he kind of like
Shadow hunting.
starts. He's like, do you just want a fire, or do you want like a campfire?
So you might know more about this than I do, or any of us do, but there was some sort of shadow monster that was controlling this man, making him endlessly write scribbles.
I'll have him roll an Arcana check. Well, that's terrifying. Sure, I'll, he kind of like gestures over and Doctor Who starts gathering twigs because Andar would never gather twigs himself. And starts making a pile, and once it starts to get big enough, he points a finger and fire bolts it, and poof, it lights up. He's like, I'll work on the fire, and kind of like, are you just gonna carry him around, or?
I'm hoping to nurse him awake. Maybe he can give us more information on what's going on. And she'll set him down on. She'll like set out a bedroll, try to make sure that his head is inclined up, and then try to give him some water.
Okay. The man's parched.
Yeah.
His lips are cracked.
Yeah.
His tongue's dry and his eyes are crusty.
Yeah.
and his breathing is very, like, his breathing seems to move his whole chest.
Yeah. I imagine that she has a lot of experience with this kind of thing, which
Yes.
is given her background. Yeah.
So you're able to kind of slowly trickle him some water, and he doesn't appear to be capable of rousing to eat yet, but you do manage to get him at least slightly hydrated.
Okay. Cool. She's gonna work on that.
Cool. Sounds good.
Yeah.
All right, so the rest of you upstairs. Doomby, where are you headed?
Boop 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 boop. Well, I'm assuming that I've already walked around this room. I don't see it, right? So
Correct.
that don't work. Going outside. What kind of? What other rooms are there?
So you
There's this
can
main
see
one hallway here.
you can see that some of the doors are opened down the hallway. And having seen Mim gone this way, you can presume that she went through some of them. But as you kind of
just go by one then.
yeah, so as you look into this one, you see a large tub. This appears to be a washroom, but the back wall is totally collapsed into this long hallway. And then on the right side, you see this large room that appears to have been kind of a room for hosting. There's a piano that appears to be overgrown, and the ceiling's caved in and broken a large hole in the floor.
Okay.
There's a shattered chandelier that seems to have hit just up next to the hole, and some of it is spilled forth to the floor below. And you can see various seating kind of centered around the edge of the room. This was clearly either like a ballroom or some sort of social gathering room.
Okay.
And as you come through to this side, you'll basically run into Mim, who's been going around the whole side. So you're gonna come through, and she's
more
gonna
fucking doors here. Holy
Yes.
shit!
It's a large manor. But you're gonna as you kind of come through, your light. As you come through, you start to see a glow from the hallway, and Mim, you start to see a glow, and then Doonby steps out of this large center room.
Oh.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
Just doing a little bit of a ghost hunting. Would you like to join me?
Yeah, but I'm gonna check out this room though. Do you wanna? Okay, I'll follow you.
Oh. I mean, we could always split up, cover more ground.
Well, I already checked out. Here, I'm gonna just stand by the door for a second. I already checked out all the other rooms on the other side, and I didn't see much.
Have
But
you been
maybe
in
there's
here?
something.
Have
Nope,
you been in
not
here?
yet. Mm-mm.
Just a bedroom. You go inside. Is there anything interesting in here?
This is one of those like curtains for people to change behind. And this is a big thick chest. But when you open it, it appears to be linens and a couple old musty dresses. Nothing out of the ordinary. But Mim, your room appears to be a children's room filled with toys and a crib.
Uh-oh.
A crib or a crypt?
Crib. Baby
Okay.
crib. I'm
There's a
looking at
tiny crypt in here. What's going on?
Maybe it is. I don't know.
Anything inside the crib?
Inside the crib, there is a small wool teddy bear with two button eyes kind of tucked up against the side of the crib.
Can I grab it?
You can.
Can I acquire a teddy bear?
I wanted.
Doonby reaches down and picks up the teddy bear. It's almost slightly damp. It's musty
Ew.
and
Damp?
yeah, just like it's clear that like either it's got like some mold or something. It's
Nothing some Andar can't fix. You said there's one more room over here?
Mhm.
I already went into this one, right?
Yeah, so this is the master bedroom.
Done. Oh, the last one's up top. Hello, ghosts. Where are you?
Before I leave in here, can I just take one more quick sweep around, check if there's anything at all? Like, I don't feel ready to leave.
Yeah, so go ahead and roll me an investigation check. So the basket is filled with toys. There's a number of blocks. There's another kind of teddy bear tucked inside. There's this rocking horse, which you notice upon inspection has a "It's no fun, it's no Blinsky" tag on it.
I knew it.
And then there's these multiple pillows off to the left of the crib that all appear to be discarded on the floor. But otherwise, the room, the bookshelf has a bunch of children's stories in it. And there's this rocking chair that's covered in cobwebs.
I'm gonna take the teddy bear and then leave.
All right. You also acquire teddy bear.
Yeah.
This one's been slightly eaten through. It's got like moth, and eaten by moths slightly.
Gross. Sad. Oops. Anything in here?
That's what I'm trying to find out. There's like a little chest in here.
Mhm.
Can I open it? Can I open it?
Yeah, you can. Same thing, just linens.
Jeez.
This is clearly like this manor's clearly armed for like hosting people.
So no ghosts.
No.
No ghosts so far.
All right. I'm just gonna meet up with everybody since we've explored
Yeah.
everything.
Did you say ghosts, Adoombi?
Ghost shadow monster thing apparently.
Oh.
Two
Oh, that's
glowing
not good.
eyes. Hides in the shadow of lights.
Sten, Alistair, and Irina, what are you guys doing?
Should we check on
there.
Malice?
Yeah.
A little worried if the shadow maybe followed them.
Uh-oh. Oh, God. Adoombi, did you check in here?
Oh, hold on.
No, sorry.
We gotta jump back.
I know, going back and forth. I know. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
You're good. So are you guys heading downstairs then?
I'm down.
Yep.
All right.
I'm gonna stick close to Alistair because it's a lot easier to count one more shadow than me. It is one more shadow than somebody else.
All right. So
Also, since we're looking for shadows, Alistair's gonna go bright.
cool. So you and Sten head down. I'll have you meet up with Mim. Irina's going to start heading with you guys, and then about the time that you guys are heading is she sees a Doonbee's light here. She's gonna tuck here and wait for a Doonbee and Mim. I feel like it might be more unsafe inside than outside, so I'm going to stick with a Doonbee and Mim. If there's any trouble, just holler and we'll run down.
Sounds good.
Oh, I was just gonna follow.
So she'll stick with you guys as you guys kind of come out. Sten and Alistair, you guys head down. You'll find Irina. You'll find Mal and Andar by the campfire, kind of nursing Piesti back. But as you approach, he's laying down and kind of breathing heavily. And since Mal's not here, I will stick with the Doonbee and Irina and Mim. So, okay, so Irina kind of joins up with you guys as you come around the corner. Have you found anything?
Not quite yet, but we do have one more room to check. Nothing's here, then we might as well just go outside. And then I'll step through.
This appears to be a rotting storage room, almost completely empty. Bunch of rotted boards collapsing from the walls. There's a door off to the left here.
Off to the left. Oh, I see. Watch your step. There's a door over here. Follow me real quick.
As you guys kind of walk through the space, both of your little flames are casting long shadows on the walls.
Open the door, step inside.
So it leads to this long hallway. You can see where it's kind of caved in and leads to this bathroom that you passed. It goes all the way down and back into this workshop. As you're kind of walking through, Irina takes note of the bathroom and says, I think this is the master bathroom, judging by its quality.
Yes, it's right next to the bedroom.
Continues down and says, and this must have been Piesti's workshop. And she sees the bed and works her way over this way.
Yes, Mim has been through here already, so we might as well just go downstairs since we're not going to find anything.
She looks around. She says, "This room's been more trashed than the others, and this
Vanity?
This vanity seems to be untouched."
I mean,
Oh, that is strange. I didn't notice that before.
it's just a mirror, right?
Well, what's on the desk part of the vanity?
It appears to be a fine hairbrush, a couple powders. There's a small like silver bell.
And then the mirror is just a mirror when I look in it.
Roll me a perception check. So you look in the mirror, and the mirror appears to be behaving normally. There's nothing odd about it. But as you're kind of squinting and looking, you see in the reflection of the mirror that on the other corner of the room, there appear to be some marks on the floor in the back corner of the room that you didn't notice before.
Oh, Irina, you sneaky beach. You know things.
Like back here?
Yeah. And as you kind of go and look closer, you can see that there are drag marks on the floor in front of the bookcase.
Oh, what do you mean?
Like
What'd you find?
leading into the bookcase?
As if the bookcase moves.
Okay. There's marks here. Like there's a secret room. And I'll try to move the bookcase to the left.
Go ahead and walk through the bookcase.
Bum bum bum.
And you find in this room there's various large urns stacked on all these shelves covered in cobwebs, and there appears to be a small staircase that doesn't actually lead to another floor as much as it just leads to like a window overlooking the grounds. But the room also has an opening up at the end over here that seems to lead to a long hallway.
Maybe we should not go too far without other people.
I'm just so
Oh,
curious.
I'm accidentally moving everybody, sorry.
Yeah. But I'm just so curious. What could be back here?
Well, let's just move with caution.
Of course, but why would someone have a secret room?
As
Doesn't make any sense.
as you work your way down the hallway, your light starts to catch towards an image down at the end of the hallway, and you see
Oh god.
two little red eyes and a small figure with what appears to be a sack over its head and two little holes
I'll turn
cut
around.
in the eyes of the sack.
I'll turn around and grab Mim's and grab Mim and be like, Mim, get the others quick.
Okay.
We found the ghosts.
I'm gonna zoom out as fast as I can, I guess.
As
There's like a window.
as-
There's like a window right here, right?
No, is that
no,
a
there's
window?
no windows in this room.
You said on the
the
stairs there's like a window.
Oh, the
Is it-
stairs over. Yes, there's like the stairs over up
then
here.
I'm gonna go. Wait, did the thing seem like it noticed us? Slash Adunbi?
So as you dash away,
Okay.
the figure kind of solidifies in this small childlike frame, and in your mind, Adunbi, as it's kind of standing at the end of the hallway, you just hear this, "Help me," and then it starts charging down the hallway at you.
Oh god.
Clothesline him.
I want-
End him right now.
Wait. Can I break through the window to go out?
You can
Okay, I'm just gonna
roll
hit
me
my
in
sword.
athletics.
Well, that's cool. I can't break a freaking window.
You broke the window, but it shatters in such a way that you're in such a hurry. You're gonna cut yourself a little bit just on your way through. You're gonna take 2 points from the ghost. 2 points of 2 points of damage as you kind of dash through the glass and it kind of scrapes along your leg. But you're
Points
out.
of ghost damage.
Like, I can't get out though.
You can get out.
I have to go all the way around.
Oh, here.
Through a
Oof.
wall.
You're out.
Thank you. And
Um,
then just let me know when I can.
Adunbi,
we
it's
probably
running
hear
full
that.
speed at you. What are you doing?
Is there any like? This place has been old and abandoned, right? Is there any like weeds or plants and stuff growing?
There's a lot of mold.
Hey.
A ghost is chasing me. Time to light one up.
Would you consider mold to be a valid target for plant growth?
Yes, I would. What are you attempting to
Okay.
do?
I am going to slam my staff on the ground and overgrow all the mold in the hallway.
Okay.
Uh,
An attempt to slow it?
I pretty much, it's 100-foot radius,
Okay.
so it would take up this whole entire hallway. I would try to have done it as soon as possible.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know how much time that I would get, but pretty much this whole entire hallway would be overgrown, and it takes 4 feet of movement for every 1 foot it moves.
Okay.
So it's like double difficult terrain. I'm trying to step back and have
Got it.
as much space as I can between it.
So you
Slow it
slam
down.
your staff down, and the mold all starts to swell from the walls as it starts to grow out, and it almost tunnels down as you kind of see this figure hurtling towards you, and the mold starts to almost close, like a pinhole on it, and then you see it is passing through the mold until it gets right up to you and vanishes.
What the hell?
This got jump scared.
Welcome
Number
to
one,
the
don't make him angry.
welcome to the Phasmophobia one shot.
Where are
Hey.
you?
A, we
What's your
didn't get to
name?
play on Halloween, and B, the birthday session of the person who is like spooky things.
How old are you? I don't think the spirit box is working.
He's gone. I can't ever find this ghost.
So we
Just
probably
goes
heard
like-
that window smashing.
Yes, you did, and then you'll see you'll hear the window smash, and then like the glass clattering to the ground, and then you'll see like whoosh, a little Mim fly out the window and come buzzing down towards you guys. So
Yeah.
back outside.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Just pretend I'm on the floor with them.
yeah, here. Well, I mean, yeah, we'll have to change scenery, but continue.
Yeah. Me?
Yeah, I mean, you're buzzing towards him.
Guys, Guys, we gotta go back upstairs. There's a weird thing. Let's go. I think we found the ghost thing. And I'm like kind of panicking, but like excited.
I mean, we have our guy here, right?
Adobe's up there.
You just said there's a ghost in there.
Yeah.
I'd rather stay here with Andar. He looks very fine.
Well, I'm gonna go help Adoombi then. I'll meet you guys upstairs if you have guts. And I fly back
coming up
through the window.
I'll dash upstairs.
All right.
You gotta put me back
Dashy.
inside too.
So Sten, everyone leaves but you.
I'll take a round because I want to.
And Andar, technically. Andar's staying.
I want to see first, or I don't know
What
if
the guy's
this
gonna
could have
say.
happened before. If a cure wounds would have helped out.
Okay,
This
go
guy.
ahead. Yeah, we'll say that happens.
Okay,
So-
I'll just do a first level then.
Cool. So you cast a first level cure wounds. His breathing becomes more steady, and some of the crust kind of
It matters.
peels
it's
away
12
from
hit
his
points.
eyes. It's less his points and more general healthiness for him.
Do you feel 12 better out of nothing?
so-
no. Okay.
His breathing definitely steadies.
Hey, are you awake?
He's not awake yet.
Hey. All right, I'll look at Andar. Let me know when he's awake. And then I'm just gonna take an extra round to follow up behind them, but I'll also dash in.
So real quick, so we'll go in order. Irina witnesses this whole thing and kind of like draws a rapier right as it comes around the corner, and then it vanishes, and she looks at you and Adoombi?
This is very frustrating.
She kind of like half puts a rapier away. What's frustrating?
Well, what does this ghost thing even want?
Okay, she sees the rapier. Oh, okay, phew. I was worried for a moment that it didn't just vanish. It might have possessed you or something.
Oh, of course not. That's preposterous. How could I ever get possessed?
Well, for one thing, a ghost could fly at you and then enter through your body. At which point, Mim will come dashing back into the window.
Yes, but I have a...
Oh.
My mind is a fortress. Okay.
Where is it? Where is it?
Steel trap.
It's vanished as
Oh.
soon as it got close to me.
Oh.
I'm starting to... It said help me, but it immediately leaves whenever we find it, so... I'm quite confused.
Ryan,
At this
can you pull
point,
me back in?
yes, I
Oh.
can. Sorry.
Thank you. No, it's okay.
At this point, Alistair will come up the stairs. Mim didn't tell you where they were, so you're gonna be up
Yeah.
here. So tell me which
Right.
direction you go.
I would probably go right because I knew that they came from over this way.
All right, so you're gonna
When
head
we
here.
saw them. Yeah.
And then are you just sprinting down the hallway? Do you have a method, or are you just sprinting down the hallway looking for him?
Sprint down the hallway, and all these doors are open, so just look in every door.
All right, so there's loud noise. There's loud trudging coming from the hallway. You guys are about here.
Oh, that's probably Alistair.
Ma'am, Adoombi!
Well, we're in here.
Melissa's gonna...
Through the bookshelf.
Close.
No, what did you say?
Melissa's gonna stick close.
You come in and you see the bookshelf has kind of been swung open.
This way.
This way.
Does every house in Barovia have a secret room?
I think
Does
yes.
every secret room need a ghost in the house?
That's also true.
So false alarm. So far, it disappeared again.
Did you look at its eyes?
Did Adoombi? Did you look in its eyes?
Yes. Why?
Well, I don't know. Just think of patterns. Because I looked at its eyes, and then it it was just the eyes, but you could feel this sort of, knowing, you can't catch me sort of thing, and then it disappeared. So I'm wondering if it's maybe the same thing.
Oh, maybe it's just playing with it.
I don't like that idea.
Have you checked your shadow?
Maybe step into the light.
No.
Considering I'm pretty sure I watched it turn PST's head, I don't think it's playing with us.
It's a little bit hard to check my shadow. Maybe you could check it for me. And I'll just hold up my light. Is my shadow okay?
Does he have one shadow?
His shadow appears to be him.
Okay.
Nothing appears
Okay.
unusual about his shadow.
Shadow
What about
count.
Irina's shadow?
Everyone's shadow appears normal except for Alistair, who has no shadow.
Well,
With the
think if-
multiple light sources, you are getting a couple different angles of shadow of people, though.
Yeah.
I think if I start giving off a shadow, we should be worried more than if I'm not casting one.
Fair point.
Have we checked everything up here? Are we?
Where do these stairs go?
Well, those head up to a little window. That's where Mim crashed out.
Ah,
But have we checked the rest of the floor?
wait, nah, they only go to a window?
We
Yes, they like come up and there's like a little outlook over the
Weird
grounds.
house design, okay.
I believe I've
what-
checked everything.
I do want to
Ooh.
investigate these things on the.
All right.
The urns.
The urns appear to be filled with, after you uncap them, they're filled with soil, and some of them have tiny plant tendrils coming out of the tops.
They screaming?
Wait, but they're not like ash urns.
No.
Oh. Strange.
They appear to be being used as large pots.
So, what do we know so far? What?
So we know that there's a secret room here, and we know that there's a ghost that looks like a small child.
You saw a child?
Oh yes, the ghost looks like a small child.
No, the ghost is like 10 feet tall with long, wavy, scary hair and red eyes.
Are there more than one ghosts?
Wait, we did
there's-
find a kid's room too.
Yeah. Just to double clarify, it was a shadow holding a ghost that looked like a small child, or was it just a shadow that looked like a small child?
No, so it was a ghostly image of a small child with a burlap sack over its head and 2 holes carved in them.
Gotcha. And it had the voice of a small child.
Correct. In fact, here I will show you the image.
Oh no.
It looks like a cursed Pikachu without ears.
Is it a Mimichu?
Oh, where did it go?
It was a surprise Pikachu face, but with a burlap sack over its head.
Yeah, I'll share it back into the D&D chat.
Did anybody see any like family portraits or anything?
No, actually.
Not as far as I'm aware.
There's a couple of statues around.
This
I mean, there
was
was
the
a-
token.
That's fucking terrifying.
Yeah, that's fucking terrifying.
Oh, that's lovely.
Did the hole in the middle? Did the hole in the middle room lead down to the floor that we were just on, like
Yes.
the first floor?
We haven't explored the first floor that much.
Not really.
Oh.
We just ran straight up the stairs.
Yeah. Oh, we explored everything up here. This is the only secret room that we found. Maybe downstairs there's something.
Well, let's head and try and stick together.
Okay. We head downstairs.
All right, you guys head towards the stairs, keeping an eye out and watching each other's shadows as you do. As you kind of make it up to this section where you entered, Irina stops and says, "Did anyone open this door?"
Oh, there's a door there.
The door where?
I think that's sort of an outside. I saw a bit from the balcony right there.
Ah, how come I can't get outside?
Well,
Kind of slowly open this door.
So, this appears to be a veranda, a balcony, overlooking the gardens, and there's a small fountain that it still appears to be running, and various potted plants, and what appears to be 2 large bathing pools, or like soaking pools that potentially someone could soak in and overlook the gardens at the same time. One appears to be completely shattered, but the other, as you inch forward, you see has a withered corpse holding a smaller withered corpse.
Oh.
And they are beneath a moss-covered layer of water.
Oh,
Like they drowned.
Seems like the owners of this place may have been dead a long time.
Have they bloated?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. God.
well, we can't leave them here.
No,
Be careful. You don't want to get any
Irina,
diseases.
upon seeing it, turns and full-on hurls over the balcony.
I
will say, while I am disgusted, Mal is not. She's very clinical. I'm grossed out. But
Yeah.
I was gonna walk up.
Is there anything else around here? Is it just the 2 dead bodies?
There's the 2 dead bodies, there's the broken tub, there's the potted plants in the fountain, there's a broken pot, like a decorative pottery pot over on this corner.
Link's been here.
can
This is a
I
veranda, right? Is this the 2nd story veranda?
Yes. This is at the same level as the balcony that is over here. But these are both overlooking the garden grounds.
DM, how do you rule holding spells out of combat?
What are you holding?
Spare the dying.
Okay.
How do
I would say, generally speaking, that you can have it basically like queued up, like I'm going to do this thing, but you can't really like hold the spell cast.
Okay.
Basically, like if you can tell me that's on your mind, and basically you'd be able to like use it as a reaction if something were to happen, or if there's like a surprise round, would basically be my ruling of like, you're like, if anything happens, I'm doing this. And you can use that to trigger it, but you can't like cast it and hold it.
Basically, you're saying he wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, if there were to be a surprise round, you'd be able to use that thing in the surprise round for whatever its length is. Because you were like, you're basically like, you're prepped for it type deal, but that would be my ruling.
Is there anything on the corpses? Corpse.
There's like this wispy kind of white linen-y dress on the larger, and what appears to be like a striped kind of onesie-ish outfit on the smaller. You also are you like closely inspecting it?
Yeah, Dumi's not even phased by.
Roll me an investigation check.
I will guide myself, but I'll roll first. The D4. A D4. Add a D4. What's the D4? Boop. 15.
Even bloated, her body proportions seem off, and she seems more swollen in the center.
Like, what? Like,
Pregnant.
how? These aren't like. So these aren't like. These are pretty recent, right?
They've been here a while. These aren't recent.
Well, didn't they die 7 years ago or something?
But they're not like decades.
Mim, Sen, you remember the gravestones outside, yes?
Like over there.
The left of the building.
I didn't really take a look at them. I was more looking at something else.
I could fly down and look at them up close.
I just think maybe we lay them to rest, and maybe that
Oh.
helps the ghosts move on.
Yeah. But how are we going to move them?
With a high constitution.
If you... God, I gotta get into character because Mal's not phased by this.
We have to make sure PSD doesn't see that. What if he wakes up as soon as we're there?
If you grab onto them, their skin will slough off.
What if we somehow moved the whole tub? Or
I
could reduce their size.
I was considering this, but... Okay. This may be bad in the interim, but for the greater good, if we broke the railing, we could push the tub off the veranda onto the grass.
Well, then they're just gonna fall out.
This is
I didn't
still
wanna see
water. This is still water for 7 years with 2 dead bodies in it. We don't know what is in the stagnated water.
So we could just maybe not touch it. I don't know.
I still think they might need a little bit of help. Oh god, can I reach into this water and cast Spare the Dying?
Yeah, you
Why
can.
didn't you put they're gonna like reach
God, that is disgusting.
I'm never shaking your hand. Like never.
Here's the thing, right? I'm like, okay, it's a kid, and that's kind of his weakness.
Yeah.
You've given up high fives from me for forever.
Here's what I'm gonna say. You reach in, and first off, as you reach in,
Constitution
well, you have no soul, so I'm gonna rule it you're fine there. But you reach in, and as you reach in, you have to like basically like put your hand through the moss like cover, and it kind of like is all slimy as you get your arm in there, and you reach down and you touch. You touch. I'm presuming from what you said, the child.
Yeah.
And you
That would
cast
be his
Spare the
first go.
Dying. First off, it's very slick and like.
He does have a high constitution. That's the thing.
There's a like almost like a blubbery give to your finger, but the other aspect is that you cast Spare the Dying and the magic courses through you and doesn't take hold.
The God, they're long dead.
You think?
You did all that just to confirm that?
I just wanted to make sure, I wouldn't want one of us to be left like this.
That they were alive.
Or that they could be alive again?
Oh, okay.
Irina, after retching over the side, kind of like clears her mouth and turns and like looks at Sten, who's further back on the balcony. So,
you have a little. Oh god.
I'm sorry. Just to clarify, if he were to attempt to bring them back, would they still be here?
It's not the sort of magic that I don't know.
I don't know either. You're the one. I just.
Wait a minute.
You should have just called me crazy and then we just dropped it.
We have no knowledge to anything we're doing.
Wait. You're right. That doesn't make any sense.
Unless, I'm not the. I don't have knowledge of this, but unless he just brought back their souls.
He looks like he hasn't eaten in weeks.
Was
Is there
this
even any food
shadow?
in this house?
Was the shadow punishing him?
Well, from what it looked like, the shadow just made sure that he was working.
He was obsessed with his research.
Alice, let's go with your plan. Let's break the railing and push us over the edge. And if
I can't
No,
watch.
no, no, no. I don't think that's a good idea.
I'm gonna get so far away, I don't even want to hear it.
I also
okay.
don't know if I want to be a part of that.
I just feel like that's really disrespectful.
What's trying
It
to get
is.
them buried?
But it is trying to get them buried.
How? I mean, then what are we gonna? We can't like move that.
What if the shadows that are inside belong to those two, and they see that happen, and then they hate that?
Well, then we can finally deal with the shadows. I feel like it's a win-win.
Min's gonna go over the edge, and she's like, "Well, I think we'd have to push them into where there's grass and not stone, and then
How did
maybe
their bodies feel, Alistair?
you."
Well, I mean, I was able to make contact without disrupting the bodies.
Is the tub something that Malice can easily carry, or no?
Or shift or push.
Shit in the water in there, right?
Needs
If
to
it's
be
enough to cover 3 bodies.
It's very heavy.
Well,
Is it mostly because of the bodies or the tub? Or the
Well,
water?
it's a stone tub filled with water and a couple bodies.
Can it be tipped? Can we tip the water out?
maybe. I mean, the bodies have been here for a while, but maybe if we just go down and wait for that guy to wake up, maybe we could get something out of him or some information that could help. It doesn't hurt to just leave them for like another hour if we need to.
This guy's he's so far gone.
DM question.
Mm-hmm.
How did the bodies feel? Did they feel like they could be picked up if one really wanted to pick them up?
One could pick them up. They would not do well if they were picked up, but you could pick them up.
Oh,
Like when the chicken has been sitting in the pot and it comes right out, the flesh comes right off the bone.
Malice, could we maybe move the tub next to the railing and tip out the water?
It'd be easier to just drain it where it is. Usually these tubs have drains in them.
I'm going inside.
Oh wait.
Oh, maybe we could
That's right,
drain.
wait.
Maybe we could drain the tub. If is the drain near one of the sides? Maybe
I
we could
cast
drain the
Mage
tub
Hand.
over the
Okay, what do you do with Mage Hand?
railing.
Well, Ajumbi, do you see a drain around up in the bottom?
Is there? Can I see if I can? Maybe look at the other tub as like a reference of where the drain might be.
Ooh,
Ooh, smart.
you're so smart.
Stepper.
Roll me an investigation check.
It's just a tub.
Yes, but it's a broken tub. The other one's
But-
broken.
It's only.
Hey,
in
there's a Don
Ventari.
Ventari in the chat.
Shoot a fireball at it. Viking funeral.
6.
Wow.
It's tough to discern the details of this tub with it as shattered as it is.
All right. Well,
Okay.
Let's go for plan
Can
B.
you- Can you feel things with Mage Hand?
Mm.
I feel like you'd have
The
to
mage
know.
hand can feel it. You can't feel what the mage hand feels.
So I don't
Okay.
know what it's touching.
Well, you can
Alright.
visibly see what it's touching. That's
But the water is covered in moss.
we're looking for what? A drain?
You always
Yeah. Can I just use my light to see if I can look inside the murky tub and see if I can see where the.
Hold on,
I'm-
hold on. Alistair, did the skin move around at all?
Not that I noticed.
Okay, you know what? Here, try this before you drain the tub, and I will use performance of creation to make a net, like a fishing net that
Okay.
they could.
okay.
While
this
they're
is.
still
I'm gonna just
floating.
throw out there. This is not the direction I expected you guys to go. But
We have no knowledge. We have
Wait.
nothing to go on.
Well, you rolled an investigation check of 18. What was that for?
I was looking for the drain on the other one because the Doomby didn't say he
Okay.
found it.
You, with an 18 and a closer look at the tub, realize that there is a drain towards the center of the tub. You can conclude, based off of its placement, it's probably underneath the bodies.
But you can open drains from underneath the tub, though, right? Like you don't have to go through the top of the tub.
I don't know.
Depends if
Old
it's
tubs.
plugged from the top.
Malice is gonna tip the tub.
What?
No, wait.
Wait. Okay. Hold on. Okay.
Is it built in?
Wait.
It's
We have to decide.
stone, so it's not
Right.
fixed, but it's heavy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, let me do some math here real quick.
Yeah,
Stan, what
I
if you
have an idea of what to do,
Oh.
but
Okay.
if we can. Okay, now can we get the tub sideways next to the railing so that the center is at least over the railing, and I will open the drain. It
Well,
won't be that
Malice
hard.
doesn't know if she can move it yet.
So do you not want me to make a net?
A nets? No, I can open the drain. It's not a big deal.
But if they're in the water, they're easier to maneuver. I hate talking about this.
It's okay. I'll be perfectly fine. Don't worry. I just need help getting the tub next to the drain over the railing.
Malice can push, drag, or lift 540 pounds.
540 pounds.
That's half a ton.
Let me look
Put
up.
that into perspective.
Also, do these
quarter
tubs
ton.
have like how
A quarter
do they
ton, sorry,
drain?
quarter ton.
Do they drain in? Is there a pipe in this kind of
The
an
weight
old
of a
thing?
full
Like, what's the
stone
time
tub
frame?
is 771 pounds to 1,764 pounds.
Mouse is
Okay.
Gucci.
Plus the water and the corpse, which probably weigh nothing at this point.
What
I
about
just
a
literally
rangy
searched
mallet?
stone tub weight.
Okay.
We need to drain this tub. Yeah.
Okay, I have.
Wait,
faith
so
in Min.
Malice can't push the tub?
No.
Not by yourself.
No.
Yeah.
All right, Min is just
That's important.
casting Mage Hand and gonna try and feel around like under the bodies with Mage Hand to. I know she can't feel, but like
Right.
go.
Yeah,
under
yeah,
the-
yeah.
And
So
it's a
you-
skeleton? Oh, no, it's invisible.
The hand goes
Thank
underneath,
God.
and you see the water shifting, and you see parts of the skin of the body start to slough off as the hand moves.
All right.
But the plug underneath, you find the plug underneath, and you manage to uncork it, and there's this sound as the water starts to suck, and some of the skin gives way and comes out through the bottom of the tub.
Okay, so a net definitely would not have worked.
Does anyone have?
I literally
And
worked.
now
It just
the
wouldn't have
water
gotten
the
all
water
of them out.
drains with a couple of particulates and pieces of things in it. The mold and moss cover of the water descends and coats the bodies in the tub. And now you've got two moss mold covered bodies, kind of
Okay.
derelict in the tub.
Great.
Maybe you can move it now.
And the water just like is drained over all the fucking stone floor.
And there's
Stepping
there's
in it.
there's some
I
chunks
asked
of stuff
and
in
you
it.
didn't answer about if they go. Where does it just drain?
Oh, I didn't hear that. I apologize. But yeah, it drains
I thought
onto
that
the
there's some
stone.
kind of like a weird thing that it drains down below. Okay, well.
I wanted to just push the tub
That's
next to the
fine.
rail. I wanted to just push the tub next to the railing and then uncork it. That's
Yeah, I got that, but we can't push it. So I was like, well,
You would have pushed more than half of the tub if the drain is in the middle.
yeah.
All right.
Plus,
I'm
with
gonna
the-
try picking up these bodies.
Ew, wait, I have a blanket. I have a
No.
Here's the
closing
thing.
door
Here's
now.
the thing.
Boom.
Alistair literally can't be feared. So
That's true.
he's just gonna go for it.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Yep.
You go to pick them up.
Can I druid-craft a nice floral breeze with wildflowers?
Yes, you can. As
This
you
episode is
go,
Bar for gore.
Go to your happy place.
Jesus Christ. You guys go to scoop it up, and as you do, some of it falls off of the skeletal body. You
I guess all you need is bones.
like some of the meat gives way. You manage to get the majority of the body up into your arms, You're trying to hold the small child in place as some of the meat sloughs off the bones.
Oh God!
And the scent that Mim tries to conjure competes with the scent of decay and like
Malice,
death detritus. That
This is Outlast level shit, man.
Malice is gonna try to.
I did not expect you guys to go this route, and I apologize in advance.
Malice is gonna take off her cloak. She's gonna try to spread out to its full length, and then try to get Alistair to put the bodies in the cloak so that they can then gurney it.
Anybody
doing with the fishing net, so you don't have to drain it.
While
Yeah,
we're
but the fishing net, their skin would have fallen off, and it would.
while we're doing
No, they're really
this,
tight holes.
anybody with weak constitution, why don't you go make sure our friend isn't awake?
Irina's
I'll
already
close the door.
inside.
I'm with Irene, and I closed the door after I saw him fishing around with the hand.
Yep. So
Because it's invisible, but like you can tell that she's like
If there are any
bubble, toil and trouble, and
If there's anything, what?
if there are any large chunks, Mal's gonna grab it and put it into the.
Why?
all right, noted. Sten, do you still have the candle?
Yeah, I guess I would. I don't know if it's lit because I ran
It's
back up
lit.
here.
Okay,
Yeah,
just checking.
I can also make anything I want out of imagination. So if I want small holes, it could be smaller. Right?
Sends a walking magic school bus.
I'm just,
Oh, yeah,
I
but
was I was just wondering if you still had the candle.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's probably not lit because I sprinted up here.
Yeah, no
Joseph,
worries.
Jesus Christ!
All right, so
Oh my god.
Oh God!
Oh god.
Like Play-Doh through your fingers? No.
anyway,
Alistair can't be feared. He's good, man.
so you lay it into the cloak. You guys wrap up the bodies. You have a giant meat sack.
Oh God! I hate this vision.
Everyone, they're walking downstairs, right? What the?
Stan and Irina are inside. You guys have just packaged it on the veranda. I don't know what from there.
I'm gonna.
Time to lift. It's time to go out.
Malice,
As we're
help me.
taking it back,
Of course.
I'm gonna go
It's
and
dripping.
check the. I'm gonna check the kids' room before we leave the floor.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna give it a once over and see if there's if I can see anything out of the ordinary.
Give me 1 sec before you go into it.
Doing what?
If we open to send Irina, I will relay the, hey, you should probably go tell our guy, or make sure our guy isn't awake.
Oh, I actually heard you say that. I could just have flown down. I realized.
I'm looking for an excuse to leave. Yeah.
Balcony.
All right. All good. You can continue into the room.
All good.
Mhm.
Okay. Boop. I wish I could just go.
Was the tub completely full of water?
It was at first.
It's now all over the floor in there.
And is this like a balcony situation? Is it like a hard wall or are they slatted?
Here?
I'm asking if there's a puddle right now, really.
There is a puddle, yes.
It's disgusting. Close the door again.
Can I have flown off the balcony and headed back towards the Andar and the
Yeah, so you go out the long way.
long way? It's not the.
Doonby, so you enter the room. And as you do, it appears in front of you as the small child. Help me.
Well, I mean, I would like to, but you haven't really given me any, like ways to help you. Like how can I?
Takes 1 step forward.
Do you want me to kill you? Do you want me to what's going on?
Takes another step forward.
Guys, I think we have a problem.
Yeah, the
another
water's
step
still
forward.
on the veranda.
I believe I found the ghosts.
isn't it gonna go away in a couple of seconds?
I'm not sure. Are you? Adumi turns back to the ghost.
Be nice to it.
Are you? Are you going to go
We're kind
away
of carrying
again?
a body here.
Get it away. But
I try to. I poke at it with my staff from.
You
far
reach
away.
forward to poke it, and oof.
Oh, okay.
Never mind.
As it vanishes, though, it vanishes from the point that you poked it, and the last thing to leave are the burlap sack eyes.
What's
Last-
burlap sack?
For those who weren't with us, the last time we dealt with ghosts, they were moved on, put to rest when we put them back in their graves. So let's go do this.
Okay. How far is it drop down from here?
Probably 20 feet.
Superhero landing. Superhero landing.
Can I just jump down?
You can real quick. Do you still have your flame up?
Yeah.
Roll me a perception check real quick.
Perception.
Mhm. Okay. You head over, you prepare yourself to jump. Right as you jump, you look over and you see two bright red eyes and wavy hair on the wall where a shadow should not be. And you just fall as the eyes follow you through the hole.
Okay.
That's kind of cool.
This kid's always watching.
This was not the child.
That wasn't the
This
kid.
was
Oh.
much larger than the child.
Oh.
The
big
wavy red
child.
hair. or
Past
whatever.
a mama.
And this was like on the middle floor before I jumped down, or
This
like
was
as I was.
this was on the opposite wall of the room
And it
before
followed you
as
down.
you jump. The eyes followed. Basically, you jumped and you saw it in midair.
Oh, the eyes
And
watched.
as
it.
you
Oh, okay.
fall, the eyes
Yeah.
followed.
Gotcha.
I was thinking like it came down, so like he sees the break of the floor, and then boom, eyes again. This is going.
That'd be fucking scary.
Leave.
I should have done that, but anyway.
How far have we progressed with?
So you guys with the
body?
body have carried it.
Yeah.
You guys are towards the front of the first floor. We'll head down there.
You know,
Let
I'm
me-
always amazed by how much water is in the body. It's just so much. I imagine it's
Yeah.
like dripping all over, right?
Oh, it's totally just completely. You're leaving this like trail behind you.
Yeah.
Adumbi, you're gonna land about there. Mim's outside.
Alice, do you deal with this a lot at the Abbey?
Is she, Ryan? I wouldn't.
I would say not to this degree.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Not more than anyone, I don't think. I mean, once. I don't have to bury some people that go, but nothing like this.
Also, roll me acrobatics, Adumbi, for landing. Since it was 20 feet. Alright, so you'll take 8 points of fall damage.
Oh, is the check not? It's not the check not 10.
Well,
to
isn't it? Oh, I'm sorry. Is it halved? So you take 4.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure fall damage you take, but it's the checks to determine whether you land prone, right? Am I crazy?
Yeah. I actually don't remember how falling works.
Yeah, it's not even half. It just gets rid of. 10
Yeah, it's just the
feet.
prone.
Yeah. Yeah. 10 feet
Okay.
into the
Oh,
prone,
10
yeah.
feet. So, so you're not prone,
I
and you
think-
take.
You rolled
4.
2d6. Yeah.
I think you just. I think you
Oh,
just
every 5
always
feet.
land. I think you just always land prone if you take damage from falling. I don't even think you get a check.
Do we make it downstairs before Adumbi does?
You guys would be like back here, and then Adumbi's gonna land in front of you.
Boom. Boom. Oh, it's wait. I could see him.
Yes, he's in
Yeah.
front of you.
Could.
You got a reaction featherfall?
Yeah, no, I won't.
Oh my god, that's
All
funny.
right, so
I land, I brush myself off, and I'm like, well, that was fun. And, remember the big scary shadow thing that you saw?
Yes, very well.
Yes, I saw it in the middle room before I fell.
Did you fall because of the shadow?
No, I wanted to jump down. I just thought it would be fun.
You wanted to jump down. Fun.
Yes. Have you never
I'm
tried?
gonna lean into Irina. Maybe the shadow already has a grasp on it.
Should try sometime.
No.
Are we going to bury these bodies, or are we going to?
Did I make it down to the group with the old guy?
yeah, you would have been there first. So you.
Okay, is
you
he
get there
still
first.
like out? Is he still out?
He's still passed out.
Okay, good. I just wanted to make sure that like it's not gonna see them dragging.
Real quick. So as you guys approach the door, you make it about 10 feet from the door before boom, the door slams.
Oh, damn it.
Is the broken one realigned?
It slams to the point that it seems to be, it's still off kilter, but it slams shut and the bar like slams back up into place.
Oh God.
Very rude.
And hold on, let me.
What the hell?
Oh, what the fuck?
Happy fun
Look
time.
at the shape of the
From the
token.
ground
That's
rises this figure, and its dark, wispy hair stretching out, and these two glowing groups of eyes wisping through its body as these dark, burning eyes turn to the group, and you hear this shriek from the center room. Mim, you see the door slam
Oh,
from outside.
I want to break in the window if I can.
Those ones were boarded, if you remember. So, but first, so you're here. We're gonna start. I need everybody to roll initiative.
You're right. He didn't really like us leaving.
Do you think this will take a long time?
I'm hoping to get it done within 40 minutes.
Okay.
And if not, then we will.
Where the?
Don't worry, my rolling's back. I rolled a 2 on the die.
Oh, hold on. I need to delete the old encounter apparently. So, give me a sec.
I don't remember how to. Wait, I found it.
My
Let
20.
me. You can still have whatever you rolled. I'm just gonna. I tried to make an encounter and it didn't quite fire. All right, so you had set update. Combatant initiative was 20.15. Boom. All right.
What? What a rude roll.
What a rude dude.
Rude dude.
Rude.
Plus, I'm a 9. It's fine.
Irina.
I need my macros.
And then Adunbi, did you roll in or out of program?
I can roll now. Boom.
And then Sten, what did you roll?
Put in the chat. Should be 5.1.
5.1. All right, it gets to go first.
So,
Damn.
Everything's great for me now.
why wouldn't it go first?
So
You're right.
Maybe I have to reset. Reroll.
it is going to multi-attack.
Let me in.
Let me in.
Okay, cool. It's no longer prey.
Oh, hold on. I need to check one thing.
Oh no!
Got it.
We lost him.
He's dead, Jim.
Who did we lose?
He's
The bot.
dead, Jim. He's dead, Jim.
Oh, I need this. I need this backwards.
He's dead, Jim.
Is Jim dead?
Jim, he's dead.
Right.
mom.
So actually, it's not going to multi-attack. I'm going to trash that. It's going to use Howling Babble.
Oh,
Oh.
oh God.
That seems like
So
a
I
better
need
option,
a Wisdom save from everybody within 30 feet of the creature, which I think is the 2 carrying the bodies, and then... Oh, Dunbee's just out.
Is this
shit.
charm or being feared at all?
It is not.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, good.
I am going to use my Path of the Zealot feature. Fanatical Focus to re-roll that shitty roll.
All right, go ahead. Oh no, nat 1.
Yep. It's going great.
Yep.
Please, higher than that. Are you serious?
Oh man.
All
I
right.
mean, it did listen. It was higher.
So you both take
Oh God.
16 psychic damage,
Oof.
and you are stunned until the end of its next turn. Which brings us to Alistair. You are stunned. Malice, you are stunned. Dunbee.
That's gonna be this is what do I do here? And you see it. It's a ghost though, right?
It is a dark, shadowy figure.
Okay. We'll start off with this Shaweiwei, and we'll end with This is tough. I'll start off with sand will swirl out from underneath the ground and form like a, what do you call it? Like kind of like a dune monster, and I'm gonna summon a dust devil.
Okay.
And I'm gonna summon it right here.
Okay.
I think it's a 5 foot cube. Yeah, it occupies 1 cube. I don't know if I can make like a little thing
Dust
for
devil,
it.
right?
Yeah. I just need to make something that will move for it.
Let me.
You're not gonna make a bee?
A bee.
Yeah, a dune bee.
It's large, right? Is it 90 HP?
It doesn't have HP or anything.
It's an area effect. A Doomby is such a good joke.
That's the. Pat yourself on the back for that one.
So wait, what is it?
It's not a creature.
Oh,
it's
you're
just-
doing like an actual like sandstorm dust devil.
Yeah,
I
it's
understand.
It's like flaming sphere. It's the thing.
Gotcha. There's also a
Thank
creature
you.
called a dust devil, and I was like, got it.
Yeah.
All right, then let me draw a. And what's the AOE?
It's like a player. It's in a cube.
Boom. There you go.
Yeah. You can draw a little bee in there.
I'll just make it Oh, Phil. There. B.
Dune me. Yes.
That's awesome.
All right, that'll be the end of my turn.
All right. That brings us to Mim.
Okay, is the wall around this the windows stone or wood?
Stone.
Okay, I want to cast firebolt at the window.
Okay.
Well, I guess should I break it first? I think I'll just cast it.
So real quick, I'm gonna let you know this one was boarded up. So even if you break it, you're not gonna be able to get through the wood. You do know that this window's open and this window's
It won't
open.
catch fire?
It'll catch fire, but it's not gonna give way right away. Things take quite time to burn through.
Well, I mean, it's gonna probably take less time than me having to go all the way around. But okay, I'll go around and that's 60 feet. No, that was less than. It's like here. It's barely less. Yeah. Okay. I can make it to here.
Got it.
Well, don't forget you can action dash.
That is with my dash.
Okay.
Yeah, I only have 30.
And your bonus action dash?
Can I?
Do you get one?
Wait, hold on.
Or am I thinking months?
No,
I can use my action to dash, but I have to break the window to get in. So that would have to.
You said that one's open.
No, not open.
It's,
the window's
like
not open.
it's just like not barred.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
okay.
there's no wood, so I'd have to break it still. So I have to use my action. I moved and then I bonus action dashed, and now I'm action breaking the
Gotcha.
Wait, aren't you a
follow.
fairy?
Yeah.
I thought fairies could like go through super tiny spaces, right? Or is that? Am I crazy? Oh no, they just have enlarge reduce. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
The big sad.
I guess I could reduce myself and then.
You could reduce yourself and try. You can make it through the hand crack potentially.
But I'm only reduced like one size. How?
Well, you're already small, so
already
small to
small.
tiny.
So tiny would fit?
How is
Hold on.
How big is tiny? Tiny in D&D. Tiny is categorized.
It's got to at least be itty bitty.
Tiny is 2.5 by 2.5 feet.
I already am.
That's the size of a crowbar. An adventurer's crowbar.
I thought Mim was already 2 feet tall.
Yeah, I already
Yeah,
was too.
Mim is already 2 feet tall.
Oh, she's
Am I
technically
small or
tiny.
am I tiny?
Wait, this can't. This says a double thing. Hold on. Small by what?
What?
It says both small and medium are 5 by 5 feet, which is
Well, they occupy that
Yeah, they occupy.
space.
so. Based on blah blah blah.
Enlarge, reduce.
I think it's for spot sharing purposes, right? So you can't have.
Yeah.
The target size is halved in all dimensions.
So if you're 2 feet tall, you become 1 foot tall. I'd say with the amount of damage that he did, you could make it through the door if you make yourself 1 foot tall. I'll give you that.
All right, I will cast my enlarge reduce on myself.
All right, you shrink down. Here we're gonna do this.
But do you enlarge or do you reduce yourself?
I reduced
Just
myself.
giant man
I
busts through the front
I
door.
should just get really close to it and enlarge myself.
There you go. You are now shrunk.
Or okay, well I'm shrunk. I'm
You
sleepy.
take force damage. Don't do that.
I know. Okay, I'm
Can I
going.
say I love the tooltip for this? It's like a stick figure going like, whoa! Oh, and then the other stick figure is like, oh!
Okay, so you work your way in through this little side crack that was made.
Why can't I move? Why? I hate that.
Oh, is there a ledge there?
Huh? No, I was measuring instead of moving. Okay, wait. I actioned, then I moved 30 feet. Then I could bonus action, but what do I have for bonus? Can't remember.
Hide.
Hide. Yeah, I'm gonna bonus action. What is this, like a gargoyle-y thing? Is that outside?
Those
or
are
inside?
outside.
Oh. Can I just hide behind Mim? Or Mal? Because I'm tiny.
Yeah,
You are
roll.
tiny.
Roll me
I'm a
stealth.
foot tall.
Roll me
Okay.
stealth at advantage.
Heck yeah.
Irina.
Irina. Arena.
Gonna draw her sword. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 55, 60. Gonna run up. Can't hit it, but is gonna get right next to it. Sten.
Okay. Check. Pop, pop. Here. And cast Bane on the creepy lady.
Bane.
All right.
Let's make a charisma save.
Charisma saving throw. Roll the 20.
Yep. Save.
All right. That brings us back to the creature. Going to real quick just to check. When you roll the recharge,
Turn next to the arena ender turn next to the dust devil.
yes.
Okay. Well, I mean, she probably shouldn't have done that. She takes 1d8 bludgeoning damage.
Oh.
It's literally a little tornado.
Then she would have probably ended here. We'll just say
Okay.
she knew that.
Okay.
Just so that you guys don't have to deal with that.
You had a quick question?
When you
Good
do
job,
recharge abilities, do you roll and when you get that number it recharges, or is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, at the top of his turn. Whatever.
Got it.
Oh.
So first things first.
I'm the realist.
I'm gonna take 2 attacks. Gonna move forward. First attack is going to be on Mal.
Okay.
Arena's got an attack opportunity.
Make sure to roll
She
with
does.
advantage.
18.
Oh,
That hits.
15 psychic damage.
Super fun times.
Irina does get an attack of opportunity. We'll have her hit with it.
go. One shot kill right here.
It does hit. She strikes at it. Her blade cuts through the shadow, but it doesn't take a great deal of notice. The next attack is going to be on Alistair. 13 to hit.
Nope.
Alistair,
Nope.
if it's stunned, is it an advantage?
I think so, yeah.
If something's stunned, you attack. They're incapacitated, so you attack them at advantage. Yeah.
They
Okay, then
also
I will-
auto fail saving and strength saves and dex saves.
And I'm gonna check to make sure it does. Okay, it does hit.
That hits.
Stun you.
You take 17 psychic.
Okay.
Stun's super rare, isn't it?
And then it's going to use its Whispering Madness, which everyone within 60 feet that can
It's a
see
5
it.
to 6.
Anyone within 60 feet that can see it, which would be everyone, must make a DC 16 Wisdom saving throw.
Oh my god.
My mind's a fortress.
Perma stunned.
All right, everybody, make a Wisdom saving throw.
If I get stunned, I immediately lose concentration. Or
God.
Lamau.
That's great.
Wait, how do I roll?
This is not the same ability. This is a different ability.
What's the saving throw?
It's DC 16.
16.
No.
So
I'm
Mal
trying to figure out how to-
fails.
I'm
Min
stunned.
fails.
there.
Nope.
Hey,
Oh, sorry.
Bill.
when you don't
Doobie
roll,
succeeds. Yes.
you're not very wise, and you roll a 6.
Okay. Sten and Irina.
Fail.
Oh man.
Okay, Adunbi and Irina succeed. Everyone who failed. I'm actually here. Let me. So who all failed? Everyone but Irina and
Doomby.
Ooh, okay. So real quick. First things first. Everyone takes
I'm the realist.
12 psychic damage.
Boy.
What is it? Half for my? Can I do what? Sorry, we haven't.
Do I
really
take?
everything?
Yeah, do I take 12 or is it half? Or do I take?
You
none?
take nothing, and Irina
Thank
takes
God.
nothing. But Mim, Adunbi, or Mim, Alistair, and Malice, you
I mean,
it doesn't work for you because no one's near you. You all, so Alistair and Malice, you drop the bodies, which splat onto the floor. It doesn't know that Mim is there.
Well, if my concentration gets broken, then I get big again. More big, my normal size.
Oh well, then
so
did
you
you roll
need
your
to roll
concentration
a
check
con
now that you
save,
do
Phil.
Oh,
damage?
I have to roll it. Okay, I forgot. It's been a while.
So roll a Constitution save.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Wow.
I dig this kind of funky version
I
of the
dig
battle
it.
music.
Nice.
Okay, so you hold concentration.
Okay.
So it doesn't know you're there still, even though you took the damage. But it does know that Malice and Alistair are there. So each of you has to take a melee attack against each other.
Oh fuck!
With
This is gonna kill me.
Wait, with everything or
Oh,
just a melee,
shit.
straight melee?
It says what? It says must make a melee attack against a creature of its choice.
It's just one
Is
attack.
that a reaction that they're taking? Or
It uses
on
its
their turn?
reaction to make a melee weapon attack against one creature of the Alp's choice that the Alp can see.
Does Uncanny Dodge work for this ability?
Does Uncanny Dodge work on psychic damage?
Well, look, thank you. That is good clarification.
Oh god. Well, it's not gonna be that bad.
Okay, wait. I might be able to not
jinx it,
hurt.
dude.
I might not be able to not hurt Malice here. It's a melee weapon
It's
attack, right?
specifically a melee attack.
I don't have one. I have my bayonet,
You got
but I
So
don't
you'd
know if
ha-
that counts.
You'd have to use your bayonet. You did ask
Okay,
for
well,
it.
it still doesn't do much damage.
That's fair.
Okay,
you
so
just
now,
punch?
Ryan, I need clarification.
Yes.
Here. What is going on here, right? Because I have a bunch of conditional damage.
So it's the way that the ability reads. I'll read you the ability. It says they must make the save or it takes the damage and must use its reaction to make a melee weapon attack against one creature of the Alp's choice. That the Alp can see. So
Good. I
you
did not activate.
make
very
a
well
you don't have to
myself.
activate anything. You just make a
Okay.
straight melee attack.
Okay.
Mal does an 18 hit.
Yes, 18 hits.
You take exactly 1 piercing damage.
Okay. Cool.
I can live with that.
My dagger does a d4.
Okay.
Imagine that being the difference.
Yeah, at the end of this battle.
Does a 17 hit?
Yes.
You take 10 slashing damage.
Oh shit, I'm low as fuck.
It howls.
like, it won't be
and
that bad.
Everyone covers their ears as their mind is filled with whispers. Adunbi and Irina managed to maintain their focus. We're gonna end after this round because I know Nick has to go. So, Alistair, you are no longer stunned.
Yeah,
Okay.
the ghost takes damage from the storm.
Yeah, did it end its turn?
I did.
Take 1d8. I guess I can.
This is gonna
What
kill
type
it,
of
too.
damage is this?
Bludgeoning. Technically magical bludgeoning, since.
Are you rolling or am I?
Well, you have to make a strength save.
Okay. Three.
It takes. I'll roll 1d8, I guess. Where is it? Where's the d8? Well, no, that's 2. One, please.
Nice.
8.
That's 8 points of magical bludgeoning, and then it gets pushed 10 feet away.
5, 10.
Yeah.
All right, that brings us to Alistair. You are no longer stunned.
And I just hurt Malice?
Yes, you just stabbed her with your bayonet, and then she whacked you with an axe.
Do I know that the creature fucked with our heads though?
It filled your mind with whispers, and then you came to, and your bayonet was bloody, and you had an axe in your side. So you can presume.
Okay, bonus action, second wind.
Okay.
Because I'm real low.
Oh, also real quick, I need a charisma saving throw from you. Because you're starting.
Fuck me, I have disadvantage on that too.
I don't think that you're gonna do very well versus ghosts.
8.
All right.
Go on a limb.
You have no reactions until the start of your next turn, and I need you to roll a d10.
Oh my god.
This poor guy.
Roll 10.
Okay, on a 10, you make one melee attack against a random creature. So,
Random, it could still be.
so you need to roll me. You need to roll me a d6. It's 1 through 3. It's Mim. 1d. Oh, actually no. 1 to 2. It's Mim. 3 to 4. It's Mal. 5 to 6. It's the
creature.
The creature.
You know that I'm there?
He
No
knows you're
mistake.
there
How?
because he's your teammate, and we've ruled that whenever you're stealth, your teammates know where you are.
It's a bad
I
day.
didn't
2.
Bad
2.
day.
So that's Mim. So roll to hit.
14.
14 damage.
No, 14 to hit.
to hit.
Oh, I thought that was to hit. Okay, sorry. It does not hit.
Nice.
You swing, and she manages to duck out of the way. She's tiny. She's tough to hit. She's buzzing around. All right, so that's your turn.
Okay, awesome.
No, wait. Actually, no, wait. I'm sorry. That's your...
Use its reaction. I thought you said.
The creature can't take reactions, and does, and this is the action it takes. So yeah, that's it.
Oh wow! Wow.
Can I bonus action? Second wind's a bonus action.
Or
Or is that all I get?
It says, the way it reads, on a failed save, it can't take reactions, and you roll a d10 to determine what it does this turn.
Oh my.
I would say the way that reads, that's my turn.
That reads, that's your turn. Mal,
Cool.
you also need to make a charisma save.
Oh man, she's really good at those.
Really good at those. Okay.
All right, roll me a d10.
Oh my god. Oh god.
This is great, guys.
Is this TPK? Oh no.
Okay, on a 6,
Alistair, no.
you take no action, but use all of your movement to run in a random direction. So I need you to roll me a d8.
It's really good to have a cleric.
Had you
right about
attacked
that.
me, I would have went down.
Oh god.
So you,
Clark-
1, 2, 3,
Clark's
you
into
run
that.
through the creature through your full movement.
Does it allow me to?
It is incorporeal,
Okay.
so you're gonna
then-
run straight through it.
Okay.
So I won't be able to
so
stab it.
5, 10, 15, 20.
It is gonna get an attack of
25,
opportunity.
30. And then it's stuck.
Can it take an attack of opportunity on forced movement?
It's not forced movement. Specifically,
Oh.
it states that I have to use my movement. Dissonant Whispers.
It's
works
gonna
the same
miss
way.
though.
Okay.
All right. That's nice.
I'll take it.
That's your turn. Adunbi.
Yeah.
Bonus action, my bee is gonna move towards it. Bzzz.
Straight bigger, right?
So I'm assuming since this house is fucked up, it's dusty. So it's gonna pick up the dust along the way and create a cloud. It's gonna go here.
Why can't I
And it's
move
gonna-
that anymore?
Did you just draw a circle on the ground?
Oh, I got it. There we go. Boom.
It's gonna have a 10-foot radius cloud around it now.
Okay.
So
We'll just
It's kinda
make it
weird that
bigger.
it's kind of weird that it's a 10-foot radius cloud because it's gonna cover like a little bit of
Well,
a little bit into each square, I guess. Anyway,
Yeah, we'll just say like
and,
that.
And the cloud heavily obscures the area, so
Got it.
I'm hoping that I could.
It's much bigger if it's a 10-foot radius.
Oh yeah, it's 20 feet on.
Yeah, it's like that template.
It's 20. Yeah, it's you're right. And so everything inside the cloud's obscured.
Okay. So both it and Alistair.
Can't see, so I guess a disadvantage on attacks.
Got it.
Do
Alright.
we get any disadvantage on it?
I guess it's kind of like half in it and half not. So I don't know how you're gonna roll the like if it can see or not or whatever.
Yeah, we'll say it'll depend on the player and where they're positioned is really what's gonna come down to. Oh, so is that your turn?
And then I'll use my action to. And I don't want to hit. Alistair's in like a weird spot. I don't want to hit you, dude.
I can't move. I've had the option.
10 feet wide. I'm gonna go like here. And I'm gonna make a tidal wave. That's my action.
Okay.
And I'm gonna. Fuck. Actually. Nah, I can't. I'm gonna use Wither and Bloom. I'll use it at 3rd level. So can it make a, can it please make a, the fuck is the save for it? Constitution saving throw?
Yes, it can. It probably fails.
Yeah, that fails. It takes 3d6. D6. It takes 15 points of necrotic damage, and then one creature of your choice in that area can spend and roll one of its unspent hit dice. So, Alistair, you can roll up to 2 hit dice and gain that hit points plus 5.
Oh my god, that's amazing. So plus 9.
The bloom grows forth and real quick, you said it's obscured. I'm gonna warn you from this angle. You're obscuring yourself from it. But if you do it, you could do it from over here.
I'm just targeting a point on the ground, so I don't really have to.
Okay, but either way, the bloom bursts forth. It doesn't take any notice of it at all. Doesn't even seem to affect it.
Wait, is it immune to necrotic damage? The fuck?
Is that your turn?
Well, he is dead.
Yeah.
So 20.
Yeah.
All right, Mim, your turn. I need a charisma saving throw from you.
Oh, wow.
Dead aren't immune to necrotic damage, though.
There's like 2, 3 that are immune.
Necrotic immunity is super rare.
All right. So I need you to roll me a d10.
Okay. Which one's the D10 on the bottom? I can't tell.
It's the fourth one, the middle one.
3. I see. Yeah.
Oh wait.
You
That's 8.
do nothing and begin muttering incoherently. This turn.
For the whole turn?
Irina has to roll a.
Do I have to do does my concentration break, or do I do
No, because you didn't take damage.
Okay.
So you're all safe there. She has to roll charisma. Fucking shit. All right. Roll the d10. On a 4. She begins muttering incoherently and does nothing. Sten, you're the last turn, and then we'll end for today.
Those fucking suck.
Do I also have to roll that? Because I failed the...
You are not
Previously?
within 30 feet.
Let's go. Okay. Sweet. Okay. 10 feet. Click on that thingy. Can I still see the piano from here?
Yes, you can.
Perfect. I am going to use animated performance
Yes.
on the piano.
Okay.
Yo! Yes!
And it is now a dancing item.
Okay.
That takes my action, but I still have a bonus action, and I'm going to control that. But with the ability, I get a split bonus action, so I can see Malice. So I'm. Oh wait. You might not be within range of me. Oh, 60 feet. Okay, so I'm going to use Bardic Inspiration on Malice, so you get a D8.
Oh, God.
And then on my bonus action, the item goes right after me, and I can only do attack or move. So it will fly. It's got a hover speed,
Okay.
and it's going to go above the ghosty.
Okay.
Piano Man and D&D.
For the sake of purposes, this is your piano.
Oh, that's a
I love it.
He's gonna fly over the piano, over the creature.
Look at our conversation.
And what?
What the fuck?
It's a piano
all right.
mimic.
So flies
Oh
over
my
the creature.
God.
Okay, let's see. It can move and use a reaction of its own, but the only action. Okay, I did that. The action can be one in its stat block or some other action. Oh, it can move and attack. Okay, so it's going to move, and then I'm going to do a force-empowered slam.
Okay.
So let's see. My modifier. Does a 14 hit?
A 14 does hit.
Let's go. Okay, so it does 1d10. Where's my d10? This is the most damage I've done in the combat. This is exciting. Okay, 8 plus my proficiency bonus is 3, so 11 force damage.
11
You're
force
rolling
damage.
high, you're dealing damage. What's going on?
All right, 11 force
What have you
damage.
done with Sten?
As the piano comes and slams into the creature, and you hear this cling as the piano notes do an ominous. In fact, wait, do I have? I think I might have that.
You could just play it.
Oh yeah, you can.
So the piano comes slamming down onto the creature, doing 11 damage, and that I think is a good place to stop because I know Nick has to go. But that'll start us at the top of the round with the creature.
The dredge.
Dredge.
I'm gonna put this in the chat so I remember because it's gonna be very important if I survive for one round.
Wait,
Hello?
how much damage have you taken?
Yeah.
I would say on a scale of 1 to 66 potential health, I'm at 22, so I've taken 44 psychic damage.
Holy shit!
I'm also bloodied, which is half health.
Oh, jeez.
I might need. Oh,
Now,
go
did
ahead.
you hit him with your axe, and isn't that supposed to give you temporary health?
If I killed him, yeah.
Oh, it's death.
If you killed Alistair,
Yeah.
So I just want to make it clear though that like if I had a chance to swing at it before that all happened, the base damage is 19.
yeah.
So I don't know if that would have changed
But
how that worked out.
It's kind of like not invisible. Like, is our normal weapon
Incorporeal.
gonna do anything? Yeah, thank you.
So I do
don't-
have it's magic. It's a magic axe. So I'm
Okay.
hoping. Fingers
Let me-
crossed.
Oh yeah, it's your
I
axe.
think the piano takes damage. Sorry, from the storm, right?
The piano would take damage. How much health does the piano have?
Almost as much as I do.
What is it though?
Take a
40 total.
You have to make a
40 total?
It has to make a con save.
A con save?
Do I have to make a
Does it have con?
It has a whole.
No,
set.
it has
Yeah.
to end within 5 feet of the devil, so it doesn't take damage in the cloud. It just has to be with like right next
within
to the
5 feet
devil.
of the bee.
Yeah, with the bee. The bee.
So then you're
yes.
fine.
Okay, so I got a 12.
It's not within 5 feet of the beast, so you're good.
Yeah, you're
good.
safe. You're
Really?
safe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The cloud's that big, right?
But the
It's just the
cloud isn't
devil
what does
itself.
that damage.
It's the
just the
center
bee does damage.
Just the bee.
I'll take that. I'll take that win.
All right. That seems like as good a place to stop as any.
Wait,
Or we'll all live.
Wait, what?
what's happening with Alistair being bloodied? Is taking half damage.
Bloodied
like-
is half damage. Mortal is under 10, and that's just how it's
What?
a good way to keep track without telling the actual damage that you took.
Oh.
It's in the Dungeon Master Guide.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, if you're at half health, you're bloody. If you're
If you're at 10,
Oh,
you're
that
mortal.
makes sense.
Yep.
That.
yeah.
Thank you.
Yep.
Like my
Still have
scale
one
of
health, though.
one to hypothetical number. But
On a scale of 18.
All right.
All right, so we meet up next week. Everyone's good for next week. Yeah,
I think we're good for next week, right?
Yep.
All right. When does Mr.
He should
Mr.
be back
Andor
next
come
week.
back?
He was
Okay,
he was in Vietnam for a wedding last week and this week. But I think
Andor
actually
gets added to the
honestly,
initiative.
what I think is he was in town today, but I think he flew in last night, so he was gonna be super jet lagged. Was my impression.
Gotcha.
Fair.
Yeah.
All right.
Just fireball at the front door. Coming in cool.
Andor comes back. I'm back.
Oh, an hour ago. Oh, wow.
oh,
We all get out. He fireballs the house. The house collapses on the ghost, burning.
Okay. I'll see you
Oh
guys
wow. I'm surprised that you're awake. Oh well, let me get out there.
Yeah, he had to dip.
Right.
Bandar, glad you made it back safe.
Yeah, agreed.
Glad to have our wizard.
You are in for quite the fight when you get back. What's funny is I was like, they've had a lot of big fight sessions. I want to give them more of a narrative-driven section. And then you guys kind of like were like, oh, we don't really know too much. We'll just do this. And
I was
like,
writing things
well-
down except for that part where I had to step out, and man, we had no information. We had
I was
nothing.
walking around. I tried to walk around.
That's
We
true.
literally looked everywhere except downstairs.
That's true.
Would we have known anything if we looked downstairs?
It's
Like,
okay. We had our resident listen, there's this door that you missed.
I it's just, hey, listen.
Listen.
Well, that was my favorite part. Was like Adumdi was like, "We've checked all of upstairs." I'm like, "No, you haven't." Like, and I was like, how do I make this a fit? And then it was like, you guys were walking downstairs. I was like, "Oh, the door's right by the staircase." Did anyone see this door?
Did anyone see this door?
That was fun though.
yeah.
Was
A little
wasn't it?
spooky.
Yeah, as soon as I realized, I'm like, Alistair can't be feared. Fuck, I gotta pick up this goddamn body.
Oh man. So Sasha, how's your birthday session going so far?
It's good. It's spooky. It's gory. It's sad.
It's spooky, scory skeletons.
Yeah.
I guess there wasn't as many skeletons. There's
Yeah.
only 2 dead bodies,
Yeah.
And whenever
but they're
we have-
basically skeletons.
whenever we have birthday sessions, we have birthday sessions like back to back.
Well, it's because what will happen is you guys have huge stretches of narrative stuff that stacks on each other, and then there's like
Yeah.
a gap, and we have to fit in all the stuff in the gap that we can, and before you get into more narrative stuff.
These
Um,
horses are never getting back. Let me tell you.
I told you, and I was calculating, and the chance is low.
When are we gonna get your soul?
Ah.
Hey,
Who needs
Eh.
a soul? See what happens when souls are around? This happens.
Is that how
Alright.
that works?
Well, I'm gonna use the restroom before I hop into the rest of stream, but thanks for playing, guys.
Thanks for
Thanks
session.
for hosting.
Bye-bye.
Of course, I'm glad you guys had fun. See ya.